What's up, Giants fans? Forget the channels. Man, nobody cares
Forget
about
them.
the channels. How are y'all doing?
Let's go, baby. Let's hear it in the chat, man. Let's go.
I need everybody in the chat right now. Just type something. I don't
Let's
care
go.
what it is.
Let's go. We
Just
here. Oh, they
type
here early,
something.
Kush. Hey, they here
Exactly.
early, man.
Just type something. Something to show how hype you are. Are you shitting me? We beat the Eagles? Forget that. We didn't beat the Eagles, KB. This is what we did to the Eagles.
Yo, Michael Irvin, funny as hell.
Yo, he's got to be my favorite Hall of Famer. I'm not going to lie to you. Where's Jaden? Who has the video of me? I took a risk on stream.
He did.
I took a big risk.
That was early in the game. What was that first? That was in the first quarter,
That was
I think.
after the first touchdown, I think. I brought out the belt. And I was like, don't run from the belt, Jalen.
Don't run from
Don't
this
run
belt.
from this belt. Ooh, I'm going to get so much mileage out of that clip, bro. It's not even going to be funny. If we do something to the Broncos on Sunday, which we'll get into, oh my God. Y'all ever seen that video of the guy at the horse race? And he's like whipping his own ass, bro. That's going to be me.
You gonna do that on stream? You gonna do it on stream? You gonna do it on stream?
It won't even be for clip farming. It will be purely for the love of the game. It will be purely because the Giants are beating a good team, the New York Football Giants, on Thursday Night Football, with their first win on Thursday Night Football in over, or maybe it's not over, but in like 10 years. I think it was 10 years exactly. Beat the defending, reigning, undisputed champions of the world, Eagles. And they gonna give you, their fans gonna give you every excuse they could pull out of their ass crack to defend this one, man. Oh, I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it, man. Doesn't change the fact that we gave them the belt. We didn't just beat them. We friggin' buried them. It was a blowout, 34-17.
We doubled up on them. Doubled up on them.
them.
And check this out.
Yeah.
Don't let the 34 fool you guys. We had 5 touchdowns. There were no field goals there. Don't let that 34 fool you. It should have been 35. 5 touchdowns, but we had a missed extra point. That's one of the points I forgot to bring up on Roundtable. No field goals.
Also, don't let the 34 fool you, because there were drives that we could have scored on that we didn't. But all right, fine. Let's let that go.
Including the last drive. The only thing that killed us was time.
I was going to say that. Let's forget that, because that happens every game.
Yeah.
We had the ball in our hands for the last 5 minutes. Yo, is it internet connection going? Guys. Oh no, my internet.
Guys, it's not even your internet, bro. I'm telling you, it's StreamYard, bro. I'm telling you.
My internet is split.
I'm telling you, it's StreamYard, dude. I'm telling you.
KB.
You hear me now?
Bro, but we did the internet test at one time. I hear you.
I know, but I'm telling you, it's StreamYard. I'm telling you, brother. Telling you. StreamYard got something going on,
KB,
man.
Am I super lagged on your end?
No, I see you just fine, but you were glitching out, but the quality didn't go bad. But let me see if it...
bro. I'm super lagged. You're responding like 5 seconds after I speak. Oh no.
Crap. Oh man.
This is insane. I'm about to do something, guys. I'm on a wired connection. There's no reason this should work. I'm gonna switch to Wi-Fi and see what happens, dog. There's absolutely no reason this should work. But let's see.
What's good, Mike? What's good, Toast?
Yeah, just handle the chat for me in the meantime.
Yeah.
Man.
KSB, I don't know why it's not showing the actual usernames. It's showing their ats for whatever reason. But shout out KSB941, whatever your username is. I don't know why it's not showing me your YouTube name here. Now Diddy Kwan knows what it's like to actually be a victim of the Giants. I love that, KSB, because he was flaunting it. I still haven't checked out that documentary yet. I plan to watch it, but I got so many other stuff I want to watch, but and that because he was like out here acting like a victim on there, and now he knows what it's really like to be a victim to the Giants. I love it.
I need you to like quickly tell me how many fingers I'm holding up. There's a reason I'm doing it
One.
so fast. I want to
Or
see how lagged you are.
five, 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 five.
Okay, I think we're up. I think we're up. Somehow switching to
I think
Wi-Fi,
we're good.
even though I'm on a wired connection. All right, man. Whatever. It might be Spectrum. It might be StreamYard. I mean, I don't
I'm
know.
telling
But
you, it's
first off,
StreamYard, dude. You probably have no problems else with your stuff. It's just your freaking StreamYard messing with your computer, bro. I'm telling you. See? Oh, there it goes again. There it goes again. There it goes again. I'm telling you, it happens to everybody.
oh my lord.
It happens to
Oh my
everybody.
lord.
I was just talking about
All
that with
right,
my
guys,
friends on
listen.
Roundtable. They were saying the same thing
Bear
about
with us, please.
StreamYard.
Yeah. Oh my god. You know, I also, not to defend StreamYard, but I also do have updates running in the background. So I hope once the updates are complete,
Ooh,
maybe it will free up
that could be a
bandwidth or
big
whatever.
factor as well. Yeah.
Yeah. But shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Yuvraj, we got KSB. You're right. We're seeing their ads. That's definitely StreamYard. We
Yeah,
got Toast.
right. You're
Who
seeing the
is
ads, right?
KSB?
I don't
Oh
know.
no,
I
on
feel
YouTube I'm
bad.
also seeing the ads. I have YouTube pulled up separately. I'm also seeing the ads there, so that's not
Why is it
StreamYard.
not?
That's
Why
weird,
is it
YouTube.
not?
Why did you
Because
guys
I
do
was
that?
just on Roundtable. It was showing usernames.
I'm seeing ads on YouTube. Maybe it's a setting I have to change on my channel. But whatever the case, KB, we got super distracted. Let's get back on topic here.
Right.
The Giants beat ass. The Giants are, I'm just going to say, we're not necessarily out of the NFC East yet. We're not. We were the only
Mm-hmm.
team that won this past week, and that did wonders. We are not tied, but we have the same amount of wins as the Dallas Cowboys. We're a game out from the Washington Commanders, and we're 2 games out from the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, if we really want to take advantage of this, we're going to have to win the next 2 games on our schedule, which unfortunately is against the Denver Broncos and the Eagles again. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be super tough. The vet says,
Mm-hmm.
when I first started watching, I was becoming a freshman. Now I'm a sophomore in
Bro,
college.
we're unked
The
out,
vets,
bro. We are unked the hell
the
out,
vets.
bro.
When I started my channel, I think I was a freshman or sophomore in college. I'm going on to 2 years at my job, and it's not like it's my first job. I'm going on to 2 years at my career is a better word to say, dog. Like, trust me, I feel what you're saying, man.
Bro,
But
I'm glad that
KB,
we helped raise you,
oh
you vets.
God, here are the topics for tonight, KB. Obviously, the Eagles recap. We're gonna talk about coaching a little bit because me and KB, I messaged him on Twitter a couple times. I'd say over the past couple of days, and then the story got bigger, specifically with coaching and how the players are taking a big part of it. Obviously, everybody knows what trade question mark means because it's been going around since before we even won against the Eagles. The Broncos preview and then Week 7 NFL, where I honestly don't know how I did. I haven't taken a look across the NFL to see what was up with that, but I think KB has around a 4 or 5 point lead on me, so we'll see how it
Yeah.
goes. With all that being said, let's roll the real intro. Listen, I just saw while the intro was playing a comment that made me laugh, bro. Toast said, I remember that video Kush made saying why the 2020 offensive line was going to be one of the best in the league. Listen, we had Andrew
Yo,
Thomas.
I did the same thing in 2019 with Mike
Bro,
Remmers there. Oh
my God. Listen, bro, we had Andrew Thomas, who granted is the truth, and we will talk about him. Shout out to Bobby Skinner, as he says, awards now. There's a Protector of the Year award finally. Andrew Thomas better be the first recipient of that because it took 4 weeks for him to be back before he let up a single pressure. And
Yo,
still,
he's
those 3
literally
weeks, only 3 pressures.
playing like the best tackle in football right now. Like he is literally on a tear, right? He has not, fingers crossed, he has not allowed a pressure yet, let alone a QB hit, a sack.
I think this past game he allowed. I think the streak was
He's still
broken.
at
I think he
0.
allowed 2.
I heard he's still at 0. I heard
Somebody find the
because they were
stat for
talking
me,
about
please.
because they were talking about the Nick Bonito matchup and how
Yeah.
Nick Bonito has like this X amount of sacks. Like he leads the NFL in sacks with 8 right now, and they were saying he's going against Nick Bonito's 8 sacks versus Andrew Thomas 0 pressures.
Yo, somebody
He allowed 2 versus Philly?
That's
No!
what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I was
Did
saying. That's what I
he?
saw. I saw that the streak was broken. I actually saw that he allowed 3, not 2. I would hope it's 2. Somebody hit me with the stat because I thought the streak was broken. I don't want the streak to be broken. You already know. Of course I don't. That's my guy. That's all for God. I forget what his full at on Twitter is. That's my guy.
All for God 55, I think.
All for God 55. And we got him wearing freaking, what, 71? 70? Damn, I
Oh
should have
yeah.
what's his number.
Listen, I'm gonna listen
Yeah,
to Bobby when it comes to it. He allowed 2 pressures.
there you go.
I'm gonna listen to Bobby
Now,
when it comes. Yeah.
I'm gonna let KB take the floor to start this one off because he should be
Damn
well
shame.
rehearsed. He should be well rehearsed in it now after coming off a roundtable. So let's hear how you starting off this recap, man.
Yo.
Shout out to Evan.
Oh my god. Where do I start? Yo, I was at a loss for words on roundtable. I didn't even know where to start. Bro, let's start with Jaxson Dart. Oh my god. Hey,
I got you. Wait. We played this after the Chargers game. We don't have to play it again.
our savior, he's here. He's here. And with the most drippiest aura name ever, Jaxson Dart. Jaxson mother freaking Dart. Listen,
Genuinely,
man.
there's not a better name for a quarterback. Dart?
Right?
Is your last
Dart?
name?
And his name is spelled with an X? Come on.
Come on, bro.
Come on. Listen, shout out to Jaxson Dart. Of course, people keep coming in the comments from the draft video that I clipped up from our reaction.
Man, I don't care. Let them come.
Listen,
they
let them come.
Let them come. Listen. So we were fans. And we immediately, I want to say the very next day, we were like, you know what are we doing, bro? We're going to support this dude. As soon as we immediately admitted we were wrong. It didn't even take the first game in the preseason.
And the thing is, I don't care that I'm wrong, especially when it comes from a franchise quarterback. You guys think I would rather want to be right about a quarterback than wrong? Hell no. I'd rather be wrong about Jaxson Dart that he succeeds than be right about him that he doesn't. So shout out to Jaxson Dart. Listen, you know what it is? He doesn't have the strongest arm. He's not the most accurate. He's not gonna beat you through the air like crazy. The thing is with Jaxson Dart is that he does not let the pressure get to him. We talked about that Saints game, and we felt like the team kind of went down in the dumps a little bit. That was their first time really losing with Jaxson Dart. I said he'll grow out of that. We'll see what happens against the Eagles, how he's going to be with his poise and moxie and not letting the pressure get to him under the lights against an opponent that he knows the Giants don't historically beat. He knows this, all right? He's the quarterback for the Giants. He knows that the Eagles have whooped our ass for years. He knows the amount of pressure coming into this game because Saquon's bitch ass decided to put a documentary out there and use that game as a promotional commercial for his documentary, and he shut it all down. He did not let it affect him. He shut it all down, and he went out there and did damage on the run with his legs and in the air. And even though he's not throwing for 300 yards, right? He's only gone over 200 yards one time out of 3 games. But he gets the job done. He fights for the tough yardage. He makes the throws he needs to make, and he does what he needs to do on the ground. And Jaxson Dart led this team to a win against a team that has not legitimately beat the Eagles in years. I'm talking legitimately. They beat the Eagles 2 times in the past 5 years, I believe, but they were at the end of the season when it really didn't matter. Okay?
It didn't matter so much to the fact that just like early in this
I
season,
forgot.
when KB restarted this, we were both like, no, there's no way we beat them 2 times. Like, what are you guys talking about?
When was the last time we legitimately beat the Eagles? It had to have been 2019 when Eli beat them, right?
With Darius Slayton that one game?
Yeah, that had to have been Eli.
Probably. Honestly,
legitimately beat them.
Yeah. And speaking of Eli, I like that you brought up that Jaxson Dart. Listen, friend of the show, Eli Manning here.
Friend of the show.
I wish I had an audience track to play where they're like, woo, clap, 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 clap. I wish I had that. But guys, listen. All right, you're going to see Eli send me for a second. One thing I'm glad KB brought up, KB, if you could repeat this, he doesn't have the elite arm talent and all of that stuff in regards to Jaxson Dart. Eli had a great arm. I'll say that. I wouldn't say he had an elite arm, especially in the time of the NFL that he was playing, but he didn't need it. And he had a great arm. He has a better arm than Jaxson Dart. I'll say that. No question about it.
For sure.
But
Eli had it
Dart
all.
has what Eli had when Eli was in his prime, specifically when he was in his prime,
Mm-hmm.
before he got punch drunk. The best thing about Jaxson Dart to me is poise, knows how to navigate the pocket, and genuinely knows when what the right decision to make is in the pocket when pressure comes. And he's looked like that since the preseason. I wondered if it would translate. He's doing this against starters in the NFL now, and it's crazy to think about because it's like you look, no exaggeration, you look like a vet when you handle yourself in the pocket like that.
Yeah.
We haven't had that. I wouldn't say not since Eli, but we haven't had that since Eli in his prime. We've been looking for that.
And everybody's saying in the comments when the last Eagles swept the Giants in 2019. Wait, didn't we beat them with Eli?
Or did we just get a close game with them?
Or was it just a close game? Damn. I think I could have sworn Eli played in that game, but I could have been wrong. Anyway, what I'm saying is, guys, the last time we legitimately beat them, you guys are talking about all the wins we had against them. 2022 was not legitimate at all.
Oh, they blew them in OT. Shout out to Nova for letting us know. They blew it in OT.
They blew it in OT. Okay. No, 2019 we didn't beat them. Okay. Yeah, but still, I don't think we haven't legitimately like the beginning of the season. We're talking beginning of the season when these two teams are going at it, not the end of the season where the games really don't matter and the Eagles don't really care about winning the games. I'm talking beginning
I don't even
of the
care
season.
about winning the season. I care about the fact that makes it legitimate to me is that we dog walk them. Forget
and
when
we
the
dog
season
walk them.
happened.
Yeah.
It's about the score at the end of the game and that the fact throughout the entire game, even though me and KB were in disbelief for the beginning of it, we were like, we are in control. The ball is in our court. We're the ones that hold all the cards.
All right, fine, Yvettes. Fine. 5 years ago. Fine, Yvettes. Fucking Steve. Anyway.
Get off of the semantics and continue.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, shout out to Jaxson Dart. Listen, man, I'm telling you, man. I think we got our guy, man. I think we got our guy, Jaxson Dart. And we got our running back, Cam Skattebo. Cam Skattebo, man. 3 touchdowns, almost 100 yards. He was on.
If they didn't have that stupid flag on him for just saying first down.
Yeah,
he didn't
that's
even do anything.
ridiculous.
All he did was say first down.
Yeah.
And that was a 15-yard penalty.
It was crazy, but shout out to Cam Scott. And listen, Jaxson Dart doing this without Malik Neighbors is impressive. To beat the freaking Eagles without Malik Neighbors is impressive. So at this point, I said this so many times already, but ever since the Chargers game and now the Eagles game, I feel like with Jaxson Dart, we're in every game. We have a chance to win every game. And that's the type of attitude you should have when you know you have your franchise quarterback. And that's how you know you have a franchise quarterback. Yeah,
You can literally say, listen, we might not, that team is better than us, but we got that guy at QB.
So anything can happen.
Exactly.
Did we ever think about that with Daniel Jones? Listen, I'm not hating on Daniel Jones. I'm just asking legitimately. Did we ever think about that with Daniel Jones where it's like, we got Daniel Jones?
2022. Even in 2022, no.
Right.
Simple.
It was everybody else around them. We got Saquon. We got Dex. All these other players, but we didn't say, we got Daniel Jones. Now, I confidently can say, we're going into this Broncos game. We got Jaxson Dart. I'm putting my trust in him. Even if he were to lose the game, I'm sure I know it's going to be a game where I think that the Giants have a chance of winning every game now because he did what really the Giants have not been able to do, and that's whoop the Eagles' ass. And he did it all, like someone just mentioned, he did it all without Malik or Diggy. And he had to play Jalen Hyatt. By the way, those 3 catches were the first 3 catches of his season.
Jaxson Dart is so amazing that he made Jalen Hyatt catch his passes.
It's insane. Right. And he could have caught a touchdown pass, but we're not gonna go too much into it. We're gonna stay positive.
Jaxson Dart is so amazing that he had little Jordan Humphrey looking like big Jordan Humphrey. All right.
And listen, the entire offense was Jaxson Dart, Cam Skattebo. That's it. But shout out to the offensive line. I know we talked about Andrew Thomas just having 2 pressures, and that's fine. But the offensive line has been playing absolutely great. JMS went down, and Schlottman came in and still looked good. So
and even before JMS went down, we talked about it. Yeah. I brought it up on stream, and then we talked about it. There's somewhere else we talked about it, KB, that I can't remember, where JMS had the second
We talked
highest
about it
offensive
on
grade
Nerd
on
Cage.
PFF. Nerd Cage, yep. How? But shout out to the offensive line as a whole. I think that was their best game by far. It wasn't close. It wasn't close. The one sack that Jaxson Dart took, he ran into whatever. He was trying to scramble. It didn't go anywhere. The pressures, honestly, I'm sure there was more than 2 pressures in the game, but he did not look pressured. He really didn't. The offensive line performed so well that if you guys saw that little the clip of Brian Dable in the locker room afterward where he was trying to butter up Mr. Mara, but in that clip when he mentioned offensive line, the entire locker room started cheering and he had to quiet them down. They would not stop cheering. The locker room, everybody, the fans, everybody realizes how good of a performance this was from the line, not just in pass blocking where they've been better than run blocking this entire year, but this was the first game where the run blocking was comparable. I think, it still has room to improve, but the run blocking was pretty damn good.
I will say we are probably an above average pass blocking offensive line unit now.
We are. Entering this game, we were number 7. After this game, I can't imagine we dropped out the top 10.
That's
like, there's
really
no
good,
way.
Man. That's all you could ask for, honestly. With the numbers they were putting up, the offensive line were for the past couple of years now. It's just like I would just be okay with 15th, but if we're in the top 10, that's great. So
Carmen
Brasillo, man, shout out Carmen Brasillo. I wish we keep him around. If we do get rid of Dable, I wish we keep Carmen Brasillo around because he's been the only person to really unlock the offensive line.
There's 2 position coaches we absolutely have to keep. And funny enough, it's just the trenches. It's Carmen Brasillo,
D-line coach and all-line coach, yeah.
And I am so mad at myself for
Andre Patterson.
Coach's name, Andre Patterson, because he's a legendary D-line coach. He's been legendary for like 15 going on 20 years in the NFL now. And he's somebody we should absolutely hold on to if there's a coaching change. But Carmen Brasillo, shout out to him. Since he entered, was it last year or in 2023? Whenever we signed Jermaine was when we first got him. I think that was just last year, right? I think Jermaine's only been on the team for 2 years. As soon as he entered, there was a positive effect on the offensive line. John Runyon. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Just in the comments there, Gabriel too, the special teams coach. Our special teams has been the best it's been for a while. Even though we're doing a freaking carousel with the kick punt returners, we got Deontay Banks looking good at kick returner.
Yeah. No, exactly. Shout out to him. Carmen Brasillo, he has John Runyon, who I'm not necessarily a big fan of. John Runyon, for his duration here, KB, it's been good. It's been average to above average, and that's all I can ask from an offensive lineman. John Runyon, especially on the contract that he's on, has been pretty damn good. Greg Van Roten, not as good, but you consider his age, and I'll give him credit.
And he's on a cheap price. He's a very cheap.
I'll give Greg Van Roten, the player credit here at the age he's at, the fact that he's still, serviceable. He's not great at times, but just serviceable. Shout out to him. But what we're able to do with this offensive line, considering the lack of talent outside of the 2 tackles, is amazing. Jermaine Illuminor, bro, Joe Shane, you I swear to God, I might actually commit arson if you let this man walk or trade him. Same with Kayvon Thibodeau, who we could get into right now with the defense if you want to, because the defense, we said it last week.
Hey,
matter of fact, we said it entering this game. We were like, that's 2 games in a row. Now 3 games in a row where the defense, man, they doing their thing, man.
Hey, first of all, on this show, we give our flowers where it's due. Flowers to Shane Bowen. Flowers to Shane Bowen in this game in particular, because
I'm just gonna quickly, just because it's an overlap, I'm just quickly because it go right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Shout out to Shane Bowen in this game because he played. Okay, this was like the first time we actually got to see a bend but don't break defense done right by Shane Bowen so far as a coach here, where you're going to allow, listen, Jalen Hurts had 280 yards passing. That's probably the most he's passed all year. And I don't care, because when it came to the red zone, he wasn't able to do anything. Okay, he had an interception closer to the red zone, and then every time they got closer there, they had to score a field goal, and then they got one touchdown on a freaking fluky Dallas Goedert pitch, So shout out to Shane Bowen and the defense. They're going to allow the yardage. They're going to play a little off coverage. But exactly what Dexter Lawrence said, he got on the defense got on Shane Bowen and said, let's be more aggressive. And he took to the players' suggestion, and they were a lot more aggressive. They try to get to Jalen Hurts a lot more. Now, I believe they only sacked Jalen Hurts 3 times. Now, that's good, but usually with this type of defense, they should sack him a lot more.
Yeah, we also saw during the game that, okay, maybe just 3 sacks, but we saw that he was flustered. He was flustered throughout the game. They were making an impact.
Sending blitzes, sending different types of blitzes, mugging the A-gap, sending a nickel blitzer, doing a lot of things, disguise blitzing where you got someone showing they're blitzing, then they back off and the other side is blitzing. Like, we've seen a lot of that in this game, and I'm happy to see that. We have to continue to do that. I don't know what it took so long to do it, but the recipe for success is there. And
it apparently took the
it's not
players
enough.
going to him.
Yeah, and it's not enough having just 4-man rushes. I know we got an ultra talented D-line. We got the best D-line in football, in my opinion. That's not enough because it's too predictable. So, and speaking of predictable, the Eagles are getting exposed for their offensive playbook right now. It went viral on Twitter. Emmanuel Acho. Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of Chase Daniel. Everybody is exposing them.
I'm unaware of what you're saying right now. What are they saying?
Yeah, they're saying how predictable they are because the Eagles basically run the football based on down, distance, and positioning, which is down a distance, so they'll run only on 2 downs, first or second down, and the distance being 10 yards. They weren't running it at all from any other down or distance, and on top of that, 3-by-1 personnel. So and they would run, I believe, towards the strong side. So that basically saying that the Eagles' offense in this game in particular was extremely predictable and easy to guess, and that helped the Giants in a lot of ways. And a lot of the analysts out there were exposing that on Twitter and kind of going over the plays. Brian Baldinger as well. So give the flowers to the coaching staff and Shane Bowen especially, and the defense played their ass off. Cordell Flott, that interception was impressive.
Every time I look at the replay of it, I'm just like, that's like what you call your ball hawk interception, man. He literally just read Jalen Hurts' eyes, and the commentator even said it on the broadcast.
That's supposed to be a play for the speed out.
The broadcast, they said Jalen Hurts kept going a little bit behind his receivers. He kept going to his left that entire drive. Cordell Flott kept mental note of that, read his eyes, and he jumped the pass perfectly. Just a huge, great play, great execution by him. Shows that he's mentally keeping track of everything and also watching film as well. Like, it was just such an impressive play to me. Saquon, shout out to you for making the tackle, little buddy. But that would have been nice if you could have
yeah, right. That was the highlight of Saquon Barkley's day, was making the tackle and saving a pick 6. But on that play in particular, I loved it because you could already see that the Giants were getting in the head of Jalen Hurts, so basically, I don't know what the other guys are running, but I know what the first 2 guys are running. So it looked like a three verticals going upfield, and then you had a speed out to the right, so the left. So the left was the first read, and you kind of make your reads, other than that. The Giants play off coverage. We all know this. So that speed out is like instant money for a quarterback, and Jalen Hurts recognized that. So Jalen Hurts, being so flustered, not going through with the rest of his progression, just wanted to try to get the first down with the speed out to Jahan Dotson on a 3rd down, instead of seeing an wide butt naked open A.J. Brown streaking down to the sideline on the backside read that he could have hit. But he was so flustered, he was trying to play hero ball, trying to win the game really quick, and he threw the speed out behind. Guys, I can't stress to you enough how easy a speed out is versus off coverage, like on Cordell Flott. The coverage Cordell Flott was playing, that's usually easy money. But he threw the ball so late. It was so late because that was his first read. There's no reason why you should have that ball in your hand for almost 3 seconds and you're throwing to your first read. And he threw it to his first read, and Jalen Hurts not only threw it late, but threw it behind Jahan Dotson, and that's another mistake. You're throwing to Jahan Dotson on 3rd down. What are you doing? To Cordell Flott, and Flott bit down on the speed out and took that thing all the way to almost all the way to the house. Saquon Barkley had to save the day. But man, and on top of that, forget about the Giants for a second. Let's talk about the Eagles and how they weren't.
This is the Philadelphia recap.
Yeah,
this is the recap about them.
How about Saquon Barkley, who his petty ass decided to compile a compilation of video diaries like a little bitch, and went up to Amazon and said, "Can you make this a documentary for me?" And then and of course Amazon was like, "Hey, we have the rights to Thursday Night Football. What perfect way to do this on Thursday Night Football in the morning so we can have a storyline going into the game and really make this something to watch." Now, I don't know what the viewership was in this game, but I'm sure it was high because of that documentary, because it was basically a commercial for the documentary. That was a promotion for the documentary, and the Giants spoiled it and really showed what it's like to be a victim of the New York Giants, the New York Football Giants. Listen, he had those cute little two runs in the beginning of the game, 18-yard run, then a 13-yard run. I'm not going to be honest. I saw those runs, and I'm like, damn, we might be in for a long day.
You
right?
We were cooked.
Yeah, that was 30. Check this out, guys. That was 31 yards on 2 carries, right? That is almost 16. That's 15 and a half yards per carry. That's a lot. The rest of the game, my brethren, the rest of the game, the man had 10 carries for 27 yards. That's 2.7 yards per carry. He had more yards in those 2 first runs than he did the rest of the game in 10 carries. So a lot of Eagles fans are saying, "Oh, why aren't we using Saquon Barkley? We should have used him more." Well, why? They felt pressured. At one point, they were down over 10 points. They had to stop using Saquon Barkley because he could not get any yardage. That's why. Forget about underutilizing Saquon Barkley. Even when they were using him, they weren't getting any yards out of him. So shout out to the defense. Saquon Barkley, oh my God. It's so amazing seeing after his press conference is saying just, so any emotion you have for the game? No, I think it's all gone. I think all the emotion is gone. I think it's been a year removed now, and like, I think it's like time to move on. Yeah, now it's time to move on after your ass just got your ass beat, handed to you.
He would not have been saying that if they won, and he would have been like, emotions run high, but I had to get a rein on them, control them, and make sure I did what I had to for my team to win, so he could promote this freaking game. Oh my God. Yo, first off, shout out to Nelson. Good to see you too. There's so many things. I've told KB and I've told you guys so much. Like my respect and love that I had for Saquon since he got on the Eagles. It's like it's been consistently going down and down and down and down and down. It's like in the dumps right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. I apologize for everybody on the stream that don't like the profanity. He's such a bitch, bro. Like, he's such a
and I defended him after he left. Man. I defended him after he left.
I did too. I did the same thing I had for Evan Ingram. I wasn't mad Evan Ingram left. I was like, Evan Ingram, you should leave. You need to change your scenery. It worked out for you. Saquon, same thing. You go into a team with what was the best offensive line in football. I'm happy for you. You're such a bitch, bro. The fact, oh my God, I have no words. The Giants haven't left his head since he left us.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, after that loss, it's gotten even worse. I know it.
KB, it doesn't make sense because he wanted to leave. Whether you go with how the media says the negotiation with Joe Shane went, or if you go with the documentary, which I didn't watch, but I'm sure it paints Saquon in the victim light. Whatever you want to go with, he wanted to leave. I think that's clear. And for a guy that wanted to leave, you still think about the Giants so much that it's ridiculous, bro. It's crazy. Ridiculous.
It's crazy how much he was thinking about us.
I saw this sign in the crowd on Thursday Night Football, and we just got to say it. Saquon who? We got Skattebo. Let's talk about Cam Skattebo, bro.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Cam Skattebo putting all-pro linebacker Zach Bond
on his ass. Bro, lifted him off the ground.
Twice, KB, twice. There was that one where he just shoulder checked him. He went freaking flying. He looked like he was Cordell Flott weighing 170 out there. And then the one in the end zone where he ran straight through a Giants legend, former Giant Adoree Jackson. He ran straight through him, and then Bond couldn't hold him. Skattebo's just chugging along and gets into the end zone.
And we're talking about a 5'8" rookie out muscling an all-pro defense. Like a very, very good defense. Let's get one thing in straight there. I know they were missing Jalen Carter, but an all-pro defense and Cam Skattebo out-muscling them. Nova says Saquon is actually a wussy. I don't want to say it on live. I don't know if that's TOS. The amount of respect I've lost for that man over the last year and a half is insane. Between the victim mentality and the bouncing on him for Trump, he can burn. Fuck him.
I won't lie. He's been crazy with the bouncing on it too, bro. Like we don't even get into politics on this channel, but it's like that's another grown man. For like what are you doing, bro?
I haven't seen too much of that, but the victim mentality with the Giants is insane. He pretty much he acts like somebody said it in the comments. I don't know if it was, where was it? I think it was while we were watching the game. Somebody said in the comments, like he acted like he survived the gulag, bro. Like he's doing a documentary on how he's.
I said it.
Oh, you said that? Yeah. Bro, that's crazy.
Listen, and getting back to Skattebo real quick, because he's the better running back. I don't care. Cry about it. Call me. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Yes, I am. What the hell you think I'm about to say? Skattebo's not the better running back. Let's talk about the fact that
more yards.
We had
more yards.
Forget that, KB. When we had Saquon Barkley for the 6 years that he was here, not once in his entire freaking career with the Giants. And granted, I'll preface this by saying, okay, maybe this is more dependent on the team, how the team is doing, but not once with his entire career at the Giants, with Saquon Barkley at running back, were we ever able to run the clock out and end a game. Run the clock out, stifle a defense, just rip the heart out of the opposing team slowly and methodically. Never have we ever been able to do that with Saquon Barkley. With Cam Skattebo, there was 5.5 minutes or something like that left in the game. All of those were ours. That was food. Cam Skattebo ran and just has his style of game was perfect for that. And the Eagles defense couldn't stop him then. His first rush when we got the ball back for that last drive went for like 12 or 13 yards. We've never done that with Saquon. All right.
Just want to say, I know Saquon out in Saquon's rookie year. Saquon went off towards the later half of the season. If you guys remember, in the beginning of the season, Saquon wasn't running for a lot of yards. A lot of people were getting worried. I know he had a big start against the Jacksonville Jaguars, but let me try pick up his stats here. Apparently, Cam Skattebo is on pace with Saquon Barkley's rookie year. So far, he's not going to have as much as Saquon, because Saquon went off towards the end of the year. He killed Washington for 170. That's the one that comes up the top of my head, but he had multiple 100-yard games towards the end of the year. I don't think Cam Skattebo is going to reach that, but the fact is Cam Skattebo right now is on pace with Saquon Barkley's rookie year. So just putting that into perspective.
First off, shout out to everybody in the chat. Is that Cowboy X Factor?
I think that's Cowboy X Factor. I think it's Cowboy X Factor.
Shout out to everybody in the chat right now, man. I appreciate y'all coming in. Hit that like button, hit the share button as you're coming in, man. I know we are hype as Giants fans right now. We just finished talking about Cam Skattebo. Do we have anything left to say about Jaxson Dart before we get to my man, my king, while Malik Neighbors is on IR? My king, my beautiful prince, Brian Burns. All right. And you can't deny anything I just said.
Burns,
he's your beautiful prince too.
Jalen Hurts? Well, Brian Burns, baby. Come on, let's go.
Come on, man.
Love it.
God. Kid Hub OnlyFans, when Brian Burns wins Defensive Player of the Year, I guarantee you I'm starting it up.
I guarantee
you. I guarantee you. Matter of fact, that's not a guarantee. That's not a prediction. That's a prophecy. Let Brian Burns win the Defensive Player of the Year. I'm gonna get wicked.
A prophecy.
I'm gonna get wicked. But no, off the bit for a second. There's only one man, truly, in my opinion, that's comparable to Brian Burns this season with the type of season he's having in terms of pressures and in terms of the sacks from the edge position. And it's Nick Bonito. And we'll get into Nick Bonito later in the show when we get to the Broncos side of the ball. But KB, the only reason I think Brian Burns doesn't have more attention from him nationally and more attention from him, early on in the season when it comes to awards is because he plays for the Giants, who are 2-4. But you talk about a guy that just, I wouldn't say he was a game wrecker. I know he had 2 sacks. Outside those 2 sacks, there was a little bit of pressure here and there. His presence was
felt, though.
His presence was felt. Exactly. It wasn't necessarily a game wrecker type of game, but Brian Burns, where he was, and the Eagles had to have been planning and panicking when it came to where he was on the field, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he had 2 sacks in this game. They came at really good times. And don't forget, there were a couple of times where he flushed Jalen Hurts out the pocket, and Jalen was forced to try to do something off script. And there were a couple of times where he just had to throw the ball away because of the relentless pressure of Brian Burns. And man, he's been really consistent. And he's actually been able to get home because we've seen Kayvon, we've seen Abdul Carter, get there and get the pressure, but not be able to hit home and get the sack. And Brian Burns has been able to do that. He's second in the NFL right now in sacks, 7 sacks on the year. He's in competition with someone we're about to face up, and we'll talk about later, Nick Benito. But man, Brian Burns is on a tear. He's definitely right now like the best player on our defensive line right now. It sucks to say because I don't know what's going on at Dexter Lawrence, man. I'll be honest with you, but
Yeah.
Brian Burns has got to give him his flowers. Nova says Spudamain has been hooping.
With Dexter Lawrence, I'll bring up something that we'll talk about because we'll briefly revisit the coaching topic. But Brian Burns, he's been insane. Abdul Carter, man, you got to be the unluckiest rookie I know, man. Actually, I take that back. Knock on wood. You could be a lot more unlucky. But you got to be like, I'm going to call him I'm going to call him Blue Balls Carter. You know what I'm saying? Always stroking, always getting right to the edge. Never finishing. Never finishing. It's crazy. He's always getting right there. He's always getting pressure. He's being felt. And yet he has, is it still a half a sack on the season?
He's still a half a sack, bro.
But with that being said, he still leads all rookies in pressure. I don't think it's close. And I think he's still one of the top guys in the NFL for rookies in pressure as well. Do you have any stats you could provide me on that or not?
Let's check out Abdul Carter's pressures. I'm sure it's got to be on Twitter.
Listen, chat, let me know right now how y'all feel about Abdul Carter so far this season. Is it a W or is it an L?
When was the game?
Thursday night.
Yeah, but what day was it? Because this says October 10th, so I just want to make sure it's...
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Let me see.
It was October 10th.
Oh, damn. So this is not updated because this is right before the game. It's at 6 o'clock. So the Giants pass rusher this season, Abdul Carter, leads the Giants in pressures, guys. Like, Brian Burns has the sacks. Yeah. But we shouldn't take away. I know Abdul Carter hasn't been able to get home, guys. He has 24 pressures right now. I don't know how much he had in this against the Eagles, but 24 pressures to Brian Burns 23 and Kayvon Thibodeau's 22. That's insane how much pressure we're able to get. And guys, they're at a rotation. It's not all the time that these guys are on the field at the same time. Okay, it's not all the time they're on the field at the same time. The fact that we're able to get a good rotation in and have that amount of pressure. We have 3 pass rushers. And damn, man, I really wish Dexter Lawrence was at 100% because he would have had just as much pressures as those guys from the inside. We would have had 4 pass rushers with over 20 pressures, but we have 3 right now, and that's awesome to see. I think he has 25. Nova says he has 25. He's ass.
25.
Bro, you're ass.
25? So Pro Football Reference is definitely not up to date. Because
I have a PFF subscription. Let me put my PFF subscription.
What I want to check is pressure leaders across the league. I want to see where he ranks
pressure leaders across the league, where he ranks across the league.
That's what I want.
Let me see if I could. Well, you can take care of chat and the talk right now while I sign into PFF and try to see if I can find that.
Chat, listen, once again, W or L for Abdul Carter so far. I think we could all say it's a massive W. He's not getting home, but I'll say this: he leads the team in pressures. Even that game. I don't know if it was the first or second sack where the Brian Burns got. During one of them, Abdul Carter was one of the primary reasons, if not the primary reason he got that. He was rushing right next to Burns, pushed the lineman back into Jalen. That made him step back a little bit. And then Burns came around. I think it was the second sack because I think it was the one he was grabbing like his shirt or something to sack Jalen. And then bam, there you go. Yeah. Nova says Carter has been great. Even Bobby made a post today detailing everything he's done and how he's on pace to be on par with the rookie seasons of top rushers like Parsons. I did see that. I think it was Parsons, Aiden Hutchinson, all that. He's on par with those guys. Let me read some more comments here. Don't want to make excuses for Dex, but this is coming from an elbow injury. Barely did anything in the offseason and apparently had an illness that lingered in the Eagles game. I think he'll have a breakout game. I'm not jumping ship on Dexter Lawrence yet purely because we know what he can be. And there is one other point I'm going to bring up. One other point I'm going to bring up when we get back to coaching, which is going to be as soon as KB provides us with this right here. KSB 941. I'm still not sure why YouTube is showing your guys is like not usernames, but like ats or something. Low key mad. The intentional grounding force on Herbert didn't count as a sack. Me too. Wrapped him up and halfway to the ground. That should have been another sack as well. You got it yet, KB?
I got something here, but why is it doesn't show a lot? Hold on. I'm seeing stuff here. PFF is very difficult, honestly. I'm seeing. Why did it say line? Oh wait, let me go to edge. Hold on, I'm stupid. Not linebacker. Hold on, give me a second, guys. All right, so here are the total pressures. Okay, let me see. Make sure this is accurate. Where is? There we go. Okay, so apparently Abdul Carter's still at 24. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Let me get rid of all these tabs. Holy moly. But okay, so Abdul Carter is in the race, but he's not as high up as we think. Apparently there's a lot of good pass rushers right now. Let's share the screen. No, not this. This one. All right. So can you guys see this okay? Or do you want me to zoom in?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, you guys can see it? Okay, because I can't see from... Okay, so here's the pressures right now. I did it by total pressures. So Aiden Hutchinson is on a tear right now, 36 pressures. Here's Abdul Carter with 24. Oh, sorry. Here's Abdul Carter with... Motherfucker. 24 pressures. And so he's 15th in the league in total pressure. He's right there with Myles Garrett. Right there with Myles Garrett. Hassan Reddick's having a good year. Max Crosby, Harold Landry. Good company to be in, bro. Josh Hines Allen. Byron Young.
It really only takes a step up, like I would say, after Byron Young. Like when you get to 27 and above, then it's that's a good gap. Shout out to Aiden Hutchinson, though. Like, I know that's completely off topic.
Yeah,
happy for him. What coming back, right off an injury.
Why is his
and look who's number 2.
29.
Look who's at number 2. I know. I
hey, that's our guy, bro.
That was our guy.
That's our guy. Yo, guys, this is why you guys gotta follow the Young Guns podcast, because for whatever reason, me and Kush be on the same wavelength when it comes to a lot of these prospects. We be watching them. We're like, yo, we like this guy. We loved Andrew Thomas. We loved us some freaking George Karlaftis as well, man. Yeah. So shout out, man. Shout out to Karlaftis.
That's a great company to be in.
It is, man. Look at that. Look at all these names. These are all really good names, and they're having really good years too.
That's a rookie.
Oh, Josh Hines Allen only has 1 sack as well with 26 pressures. So yeah, it happens. So with Abdul Carter, he only has a half sack, but PFF doesn't do half sacks. So he just counted it as 1. So look at everybody else. They're saying that Nick Bonito has 10 sacks because again, they don't count half sacks. So that's why they're saying he has 10 sacks. But everybody else, there's some people with low sacks. Like Jared Verse has 31 pressures on 3 sacks. So I guess it happens. I seen a couple weeks. I mean, not weeks ago. A couple days ago, somebody was saying, I think it was Monty on Twitter was like, oh, imagine, Jaxson Dart, because apparently the odds for offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year are both Jaxson Dart and Abdul Carter, which is weird because Emeka Egbuka exists. Like
I think it's weird as well because of 2 reasons. One, Emeka Egbuka exists, and no disrespect to Jaxson Dart. I think if the season we're in right now, I'd give it to Emeka. Like that's just the facts. And then also because of the lack of sacks from Abdul, I'm surprised. I'm like, really? Nobody?
Me too. That's exactly what Monty. Well, that's exactly what I said. Monty said, imagine we get, the defensive and offensive rookie of the year, that Joe Shane has to get some, flowers for that.
He's not leaving. If that happens, he's not leaving.
I know he's not leaving for sure. But one thing I'll say to that, one thing I said to him was like, I don't think Abdul Carter is going to win it on a half a sack. Like, you don't win those type of wars with pressures. As much as we love the pressures, you don't win those type of wars with that. But somebody combated me with that and said Jared Verse won it on 4.5 sacks. So if we can get...
He did. It's because you felt Jared Verse's presence.
Yeah. So if we can get Abdul Carter to get right around that range, maybe he'll win it.
Yeah. And you know what? To get back to Dex, because we already touched on this topic. Credit to Shane Bowen as much as it hurts me, but I have to give credit for listening to your players. Credit to the players more than anybody because they
Mhm.
shouldn't have needed to go on to Bowen, but I don't know if they got together or they did it individually, separately, whatever the case is. Dexter Lawrence spoke out on it, and I think Kayvon spoke out on it. There's probably other players. Those guys in the defensive room, they were like, we know the talent we got. This is basically what it was. We know the talent we got. We know it's being misused. Do something about it. A lot of it had to do with the aggressiveness, which every Giants fan in the world has been complaining about, and it's improved. It's improved. 3 straight weeks of good defense. Even against the Saints, good defense. That wasn't the coaching's fault. That was more on the players' fault. Now, the coaching thing I will bring up when it comes to Dexter Lawrence, KB, obviously we know the other factors that you brought up and a commenter brought up in the chat. Coming off the injury, didn't really have an offseason, had an illness that apparently lingered all the way into the Eagles game. I didn't know that. I thought the illness was done. The last thing I'll bring up, he's not being used still how he was between 2022 and last year. And I want you to tell me if that's true. I've seen a lot of people say this. Dexter is being used more now like his pre-2022 self than he is post-2022. And that has to do with lineups and I guess how they're involving him and stuff like
They're
that.
lining him too wide, too often. Now, I'm one of those people where I don't care as much, but now I'm seeing it a little too much. Now I'm saying that he's lining up like 4-eye. He's lining up like, and people have a problem with him at 3 tech. I don't have a problem with him at 3 tech at all. But I prefer him at nose. Everybody keeps complaining about 3. He's a defensive tackle, guys. Sometimes he's gonna line up at 3 tech. It all matters about alignments. It all matters about what you're trying to do with your defense. It's a 3-4 defense. It's supposed to be flexible for a reason, So I don't have a problem with 3 tech, but once you go a little farther than that, 4-eye, I don't think I've seen him in a 5 yet, but it's too much, man. He's 342 pounds. You can't really expect him to do that. I know he was on a tear last season, but he was on a tear from nose tackle, man. He had 9 sacks as a nose tackle, and that's where he should stay. 0 tech and 1 tech is where he should be at. Occasionally, you could put him at 3 tech if you're trying to get out wide and trying to, flush out a pocket and kind of collapse it quicker. You can line it up a little bit wider. But yeah, I agree. They're lining him up too often. I will say people are like kind of screenshotting him like at one point at like 4-eye and acting like he's lining up there at the whole game, which he's not. But I get everybody's grievances. I do. He should not be that. Yes, he's a freak of nature. But guys, let's keep one thing for sure. He's not Aaron Donald. And Aaron Donald is not Dexter Lawrence. They're two totally different players, and they should be used in totally different ways. You cannot use Dexter Lawrence like he's Aaron Donald. You got to line him up at nose. The same way you can't do that with Aaron Donald at nose.
I like how you said you don't mind him at 3 tech, but ended off with line him up at nose because that's what there's been a distinctive lack of, or at least a distinctive drop off. It's probably what I'm looking at.
Probably
huge drop off. He just had his best season where he spent most of the time at nose. Put him back there. What are we doing? Seriously, what are we doing? Like I said, I haven't jumped off the ship yet because we talked about all the other factors. That, and also I haven't jumped off the ship yet because I can't believe I'm saying this, but Bowen is improving week by week. So hopefully that carries over into him improving how he's using Dexter Lawrence. Now, I told KB this. We were chatting a little bit on Twitter, and I told him this, and he agreed with me. Chat, let me know if y'all agree with me with a simple W in the chat. I hope that this defense performs so well throughout the entirety of the year that we are a top 15, borderline top 10 defense. That not that Shane Bowen is retained, but that he gets fired and we have actual good defensive coordinators want to come and coach this team now. Let me know. Because that's one of my dream scenarios. It's probably a pipe dream at this point. Because if we're going to be honest,
we have a top 15 defense and he still gets fired?
That's why I'm saying it's a pipe dream. If we actually have like a top whatever defense, he's not getting fired. He's not.
Yeah, I know. The whole coaching staff is going to stay if the Giants are. Here's the thing. We might be a victim of our own success in that way that if the Giants wind up surprising this season, because they were ready to wrap it up after that 0-3 start, and they start talking playoffs, like I just seen in the comments, like if we beat Denver, we're talking playoffs now because we're that close in the division now. And the Giants find a way to keep it close, not necessarily make it the playoffs, but keep it competitive throughout the whole season. This coaching staff ain't going anywhere. They want to try to keep consistent with Jaxson Dart. But shout out to Jay. Yeah, shout out to Jay. Nerd Cage Live. We had a lot of fun going out there talking ball, talking movies, talking games. I actually had a blast, man. That was awesome.
It's great. Every time we're on Nerd Cage, it's great. Solving the race basically just summarized what we said. Suffering from success. But my counter to that, KB, because on the show we love to examine all sides. The counter to that, Mr. Giovanni, is the fact that if he does coach a top 15 defense, he earned his spot. Like that means what you earned your place back.
That's the kind of the triple beam, right? It's like, you have Shane Bowen, who we've wanted to get rid of for so long, and we're just like asking for any sort of production on this defense. But if he actually shows it to us, does it prove that he deserves to stay? I don't know, man.
If he actually shows it to us, when we still need massive improvements in the secondary and more depth at the linebacker position,
the thing is, what's crazy is like, I can deal if they start running the bend but don't break. Remember, Patrick Graham did the same thing, but Patrick Graham did it right a lot of the time with the bend but don't break defenses. I don't like it. I really hate it. I hate off coverage zone defense. That's really what bend but don't break is. It's off coverage zone defense. That's like a Vic Fangio, right? But Vic Fangio is a lot more aggressive in his approach. He blitzes a lot. I just don't like that style of defense. I like Wink Martindale style of defense where you get really good corners, you focus on your back end, so you can blitz the shit out of the quarterback with your front seven and not have to worry about your back end. The Giants really lean heavily on their pass rushers, and because they know their defensive backs aren't that good, so that's why they play off coverage a lot. But if I can, it's fine. I can handle it. My thing is, I just want a defensive coordinator that does not play that type of defense. I want man defense. I want a man coverage defense. I don't like zone. So it's like if he does well, he deserves to stay. I always give flowers where it's due. If he does well, he deserves to stay. However, I just don't like your defense. I'm never going to like it. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'm never going to like his defense. But if it winds up helping us win games, I can't say anything about it.
That's exactly what it is. It comes back to the word earn. If you earn your spot back here, I ain't got nothing to say. Just like in 2022, when Daniel Jones earned his spot back on the roster, I didn't have anything to say. It was like, well, shit, you did your job.
Absolutely. That's a good,
you did what you were supposed to do. What am I supposed to say to that?
Yeah, that's
what
good.
What am I supposed to say except a lot of people, job? Thank you for doing your job and welcome back.
A lot of people were like, oh, well, you should have just got rid of Daniel Jones. I mean, hindsight is all 2020. But, guys, the Giants were not supposed to make the playoffs in 2022. Like, we weren't supposed to be anything good. And let's be honest with ourselves. Daniel Jones was a big part of 2022. He was. Along with Wink Martindale, along with Saquon Barkley. He was a part of that 2022 team, so he deserves at least another year. I mean, I didn't want him to get signed for $40 million a year. I was against that, but I wasn't against keeping him around for at least another year to see if he is our franchise guy because I didn't want to restart all over again. But that was a good point that you brought up. Like, listen, if you do something to deserve to stay here, then we're gonna give you your shot.
Yeah. Let me go on to the next topic here. Can AI do a better job? Listen, the quick answer, I don't know, dog. And I'm not even trolling. I don't know. Like,
here's the thing, guys. Listen, I hate to be that guy, right? I hate to be that guy defending Dable, but I think Dable's a good coach, man. I'm sorry. I don't think. Listen.
Glazer.
Listen, I'm going to glaze him. I'm going to glaze him. Listen. I like Dable. I know the players love him as well. I know he has his moments, and I know he has his moments with his players. They start getting fiery. Malik Neighbors gives them the dead eye sometimes.
Wait. What just happened before you said they get fired? Did you just did you just actually slurp?
No. What?
I know I did not just see and hear that. I know I didn't. No.
I was just taking a breath. Yo, what's this guy on? Yo, what's this guy on, bro? You're trying to get me clipped? Are you trying to get me clipped?
You slurped Ryan Dable on stream?
Yo, what? Yo, what is this guy? Yo.
From Malik, bro.
Hey, yo, guys, what is this guy on, bro?
You thought you were slick, bro. You thought you were slick. Trust, chat saw and heard that. I know you did.
Moving on, because I have no clue what you're talking about.
Nah, bro.
Moving on. I think Brian Dable has his moments, but I think he's a good coach, and I want him to be the guy. I'm willing him to be the guy, and it's gonna be Dabes and Jaxson. Dabes and Dart and Dabes. Oh, I like that. That sounds like a freaking like a mom and pop's restaurant. Dart and Dabes, baby. Come on. I like those two together. I don't want Jaxson Dart to develop with another coach because you know, Jaxson Dart is only here because of Brian Dable. I'll be honest with you. Jaxson Dart is here because of Brian Dable. Brian Dable loves Jaxson Dart. That's his son. Bro, did you see in the post-game conference, he called him son? I know older white guys do that. I know that. I know they say son a lot, but he's like, good job, son. Like, bro, he thinks that's his kid. Bro, the connection there, bro. The connection there. I love it. Love it.
The
Look at the
glaze
Titans.
is insane.
Bro, why wouldn't you? Yo,
The glaze is insane.
okay. But he's our head
Glaze is
coach.
insane.
He's our head
Listen,
coach.
Let me finish because you're like this close to me saying you're doing tricks on it. You're just bouncing on it right now, but you're like doing this. You're this close. to
Yo,
doing
what
tricks
is
on it,
up
bro.
with you guys? What
Because
is up with you guys?
listen.
I can't
love-
support my
I love-
coach.
you can
I can't
support
support
him.
my coach.
You can support him, but to the degree you're going, it's like a non-Giants fan looking at this would have think that he was great with Tyrod, would have think that he was great with Daniel Jones, would have think that he was great.
He
with
took
the
Daniel
QBs
Jones
that
to
he
the
chose
playoffs.
with 15 touchdowns.
Okay, guys, listen here.
Game manager.
Listen here. Brian Dable in every
Josh
single
Allen
year.
Merchant.
Listen, besides, all right, 2024. Let's forget about 2024 because I legitimately think they were tanking that year. 2022 and 2023, he overachieved with those teams. Let's be real. He
2023.
He won 3 straight with Tommy DeVito. He won 3 straight with
Tommy DeVito.
That team won 6.
For anybody new to the channel,
That team won 6 games, brother. That team won 6. That football team in 2023 won 6 games, and they almost beat the Bills. They almost beat the Jets. Just saying.
Time out for a
Just
second.
saying.
Let's pause your glaze. Let's not forget all of my non-QB criticisms of Dable. Entering the year unprepared.
Yeah,
Consistently.
I get
Consistently.
it. I know.
Entering
I
games
know.
unprepared.
But
Consistently.
the aura. Think about the aura.
Do you do you have a good football team? Nah, but we got hype moments and aura. What?
Bro, come on. We're a football team that has Jameis Winston on the roster. Yeah, we all about vibes, bro. We all about the
We're a
memes.
Good football team.
We're all about the memes.
All right, let's get to the next one because we know KB. Listen, y'all thought I was bad when it came to Malik.
I'm feeling darty.
Y'all. Listen, I think Young Guns had an amazing run. When it was me and KB, but it might have to become a solo show. This is kind of crazy. But
so darty. Yeah, so darty.
All right, bro. I'm gonna mute you, dog. I'm gonna mute you.
Yo,
right.
bro just called me K Diddy. No way.
You're K freaky, bro.
Yo,
You're K freaky.
I'm just supporting my coach.
Chat, we gotta switch topics, chat. Put right now in the chat, do you want the Giants to trade for a wide receiver? Yes or no? I just want to see some yeses. I want to see some nos. I want to see y'all actually respond to this question because I'm going to stay consistent on what I said before we won this game. And that is, no, I don't think I really do. Purely because of the fact.
We're finally gonna disagree on a topic. Damn.
Purely because of the fact we don't have that many assets to begin with. When you look at the wide receivers that are available, according to reports, and these are just 4 of them, a lot of these guys are going to cost a hefty price to get. If we were to do it, if we were absolutely, gun to my head, I had to choose somebody, I'm going to choose the guy right here, Jakobi Meyers, because I think he would cost the least and he would still be an upgrade to what we had. That's just not... shout out to Jakobi Meyers, but that's more so on the fact of just the talent we have in the wide receiving core right now. But purely because we don't have that many assets, guys. I think we have 5 or 6 draft picks coming up this draft, and I'm a big proponent of keeping your draft picks unless you're getting a Brian Burns level talent. which you're not going to get with this trade for a wide receiver. And in addition to that, if you're not going for a guy like Myers, any of these other three guys pictured, and the other guys that was in that tweet and the media reports, they're probably going to come with either an already existing biggish contract or a contract you're going to have to re-sign them to. That I just don't want to tie up that much money to a wide receiver. That's why I don't want to trade for a wide receiver. But if we were forced to, KB, Jakobi Meyers, he's better than what we got right now. I firmly believe that. I don't think he's going to cost much. Or I was surprised to see this name, KB, Rashid Shaheed. I would 100% prefer Rashid Shaheed over Chris Olave just off the concussions alone. Off the concussions alone, I would prefer Rashid Shaheed. But let me hear what you got to say.
Skip. My turn.
Skip.
It's my turn. All right, so it's a great thing that my most recent video is me deep diving on all of these candidates. So I have my paper here of all the candidates and their contract breakdowns and everything. So I'm with you with a couple of players. However, I do think the Giants should trade for a wide receiver this year to try to see what the best we can get out of Jaxson Dart. If this season was a wash and we didn't have a rookie quarterback and we have Russell Wilson there, I'd say fuck it. Just put in freaking anybody. I don't care. Little Jordan Humphrey, you're our starter. However, I do firmly believe that if the Giants want to get the most out of Jaxson Dart, you got to have better talent on the field than freaking Little Jordan Humphrey and Jalen Hyatt and Bo Collins out there. I want him to have the best possible outcome. So I went through a lot of the candidates that I seen online, but Rashid Shaheed is one I saw after I made the video. That's a good point you brought up because he would be cheap. He's on a rookie year deal, I believe. I haven't looked at his contract, and I think he'll be cheap.
Once again, you'd lean on him over Olave because of the concussions that Olave has faced. And also, low-key, there's times where he looks better than Olave. I'm not going to say he's been better, but there's times where he's looked better than Olave.
I don't think Olave is a number one guy. I think Olave is a really good number two. So, shout out to Jay. He said that was a great video, KB. Shout out to you, bro. Thanks for watching the video. But okay,
I'm gonna give you the floor right now. Is this how it's done? No, I'm sorry. Is this? Oh, yep, bam. I'm gonna give you the floor. There you go.
Oh my God, look at that. Good guy right there. Anyway, sorry. All right, we got Chris Olave, number one. Okay, he's on the last year of his rookie contract right now, but he still has his 5th-year option. So he's on his last year of his rookie contract, still has his 5th-year option. Next year, he'll be paid $15.5 million next year, and he has a $23 million dead cap hit in 2025. So I don't know if the Saints would move him because they have to pay him a lot of dead cap, and that dead cap has to be paid by somebody, whether it's us or them. So and that dead cap is pretty much like the rest of his guaranteed money, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, you would have to pay Chris Olave $15.5 million next year on his 5th-year option. Jerry Jeudy is a good kind of option there. He has 2 more years under contract. It's heavily incentive based, and I think there's no way he's hitting those incentives. Very incentive based. He's getting paid $10 million next year and $13 million a year after that. I think that's a fine deal for Jerry Jeudy. That's right around how much Darius Slayton is making. I think we can get more out of Jerry Jeudy, to be honest with you. If we decide to use him the way he should be used. He's had struggles being consistent, granted, but I think a lot of that is behind him. He's been a lot more consistent with the Browns than he has been with the Broncos. So Jerry Jeudy is an option. I'm not really too enthused with Jerry Jeudy. I think if we can't strike on a lot of these other guys, I think Jerry Jeudy would be one to really buy low on, because I don't think. All right, Chris Olave, I think, is not going to force too much because he's on his 5th-year option anyway. He'll probably force like a 3rd-round pick. Jerry Jeudy, I think, would be like a 5th-round pick. Jakobi Meyers is interesting because, like you said, he's probably the best option there for what the Giants need right now. Probably the best guy as a number one option is Jakobi Meyers. Never had a 1,000-yard season outside of 1 year. He's on a $14 million deal right now. I don't know how much he would be paid right now, like as far as what the Giants would have to pay him, because he's on 1 more year of his deal on a $14 million deal. Then you would have to re-sign him.
But, maybe I'm tripping and maybe I'm looking through rose-tinted glasses, but I don't think he would cost that much.
It's going to be at least $14 million because he's getting paid $14 million now. Yeah. So it's like
I would rather pay him 14 million than Darius Slayton 12 million. Like,
I no, hey,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But we still have Darius Slayton under contract at least for another year, so they have to see what they have to do with that. Jacoby Myers is an option. Another one I see floating around was DJ Moore. There is no way I'm taking DJ Moore's contract. He signed all the way until 2029. That's 4 more years under contract, and he's due at least 24 to 28 million dollars in every single year.
And to respond to DJ Moore just
years.
really quick, if that was one of the wide receivers that was reported available or whatever, I wouldn't believe
No, that's
it.
just what I seen being floated around.
I got you. Especially because after the Bears win last night, but also like I think they would want to keep him with Caleb. But go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I just went over the names that I seen like not connected with the Giants, but what fans want to see. So I kind of just like put that all in there. Romeo Doubs is another one. I don't think they'll move Romeo Doubs because the Packers have a lot of injuries on wide receiver right now, and Doubs, the Packers are winning games right now. They're not going to want to move Doubs. They're not going to want to sell on him. And Doubs would be extremely cheap, in my opinion. I think Doubs would like give you like a 6th-round pick or something like that. Never had a 1,000-yard season. Never really been used to his potential because he's always been asked to be a lot more than he actually is. Jalen Waddle's another one. You have him on the screen there. I would never take Jalen Waddle's contract. And I love Jalen Waddle. I loved him coming out the draft. He's just an upgraded version of Wan'Dale Robinson. It's what he is. He's an upgraded version of Wan'Dale Robinson, and he's being paid like $30 million. I'm not doing that. No chance in hell I am doing it. And he's under contract for another 3 more years. Now, here's a player. Here's a guy. Here's a guy, Jim.
Here's a guy.
Yeah. Here's a guy that I think is my number 1 option. And I don't know if he's on the market, but it seems like he is. You don't have his picture here. I think Adonai Mitchell. A.D. Mitchell, who is just a sophomore in the NFL. He literally got drafted last year in the 2nd round. But for whatever reason, there's been inconsistency issues. There's been, I guess there has been some personality issues. And he just doesn't really have apparently he just doesn't fit in Indianapolis. He was a healthy scratch last week, guys. As talented as he is, a healthy scratch. That means they might want to move him soon. And listen, he may cost you a 3rd, 4th round pick. He may cost you that. I would do it. Because one, he had 312 yards last season as a rookie. He should have way more than that with his talent, but lack a terrible quarterback play and just not being a good fit for their offense. It seems like it really plays a part in that. And I think they could use him, and we would have him for another 2.5 more seasons to see what we got in him. I would love to have A.D. Mitchell on the roster and a chance for him to develop and have a fresh start elsewhere. I think I would love A.D. Mitchell. J-Dubs brings Isaiah Hodgins into the question. We're talking about trades right now. Isaiah Hodgins is a guy that I would like.
Look at the comment above him. He's not asking you. He's responding to Yivroj.
Oh, now here's a guy. Isaiah Hodgins signed him from the Eagles.
Because he made the joke. Yivroj made the joke earlier. All let's talk about trade just for that to be the move.
Yeah, I know, right? I feel like they would bring him back, and I would welcome him back. So yeah. Did we bring Isaiah Hodgins back at some point?
I don't know, but I want
when
you
he
to
left
tell
in 2022.
I don't know honestly, but what I want you to do is tell me about A.D. Mitchell because I've seen his name pop around a lot. But what you said nothing so far, KB, as to what he's shown you at the NFL level that makes you believe he could carry over when he's in college.
He can do so much, man. He can do so. He's 6'2", 210, and you can line him up outside and be a speedster, and he's got the size for it. He can play bully ball, and he's a little slimmer, and he can burn you on the outside, and that's what we need on this team right now. A guy that's an actual threat on offense, and with him, like. I'm also thinking about the future as well, guys. When it comes to like making a trade for these guys, I'm also thinking about the future. Him and Malik Neighbors, I think would be a really good match to those two on the outside. You got Malik Neighbors, who just demands you to double cover him, have a safety over top, and Adonai Mitchell at his size can run right past you. Like he's a guy you would want out of Jalen Hyatt. Like he's a better version of what Jalen Hyatt should be. He's what Jalen Hyatt should be. A guy that's taller, can stretch the field, and also can play the outside and be a taller like reception guy. So I like
for all that you just said, And I'm not just being devil's advocate here. I'm actually asking as myself, what if he's just a bust?
Maybe
I know you're saying, oh, it's the quarterback play, which I'll give you that for sure. Last year's quarterback play in
it was
Indianapolis was probably the
terrible.
worst in the NFL.
But
But
watch his.
what about the
Okay, I
offensive
hate
fit
to
and
sound
stuff
like a
like that?
casual.
Like, I hear what you're saying, but you got to recognize all your
Mhm.
points are based off of what he did at the college level, nothing in the NFL
No,
level
no,
so
no, no,
far.
no. I mean, I'm talking even at the NFL level. Like, I know he hasn't been used a lot. He only had 312 yards, like I said, last season in his rookie season. But I hate to sound like a casual,
Yeah.
but watch his highlights from last season. I mean, what he like guys. Richardson would just throw him the ball, and he's like coming up with the ball in crazy ways or whatever. He did that a little bit this season as well with Daniel Jones. Like, he can play. The guy can play. You just gotta use him and let him go out there and have a fresh start. Apparently he has some personality issues with the Colts. He might not like how he's being used right now.
You know why he
You
has a
know
personality issue? He needs a
what?
dog at QB.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones is a little kitten. All right.
I'm saying. So listen, I like AD Mitchell. I would really welcome him on the team. And I would give up a third to fourth rounder for him. I think
Now hear me out. If he's
uh
everything you're saying, forgets a third to fourth rounder. Let's sweeten the pot for Indianapolis and Daniel Jones specifically, so that all we got to give up is like a fifth. Darius
yo
Slayton, go
idea right
reunite with
now.
your boy. Go
Thank
reunite with
you.
your
I
boy.
was just about to
Darius
say,
Slayton.
how about a fourth round pick and
Go
Darius Slayton? Who says no? Darius Slayton gets
fifth,
reunited with freaking Daniel
a
Jones.
fifth, a fifth, and Darius Slayton and Daniel Jones. You better go to bat for that man. You better go to Indianapolis's GM and be like, nah, I need him on my squad, so that they
Yeah, a
let that
fifth,
deal
a
go
fifth,
through.
and Darius Slayton. Oh my gosh, man! I'm about to put that on
A
Twitter.
fifth and Darius Slayton for Mitchell. We gonna send the package of Deontay Banks, Jalen Hyatt, and a crisp McDonald's Sprite to somebody for a corner or an interior lineman. I don't know for who.
Crispy.
We gonna send Russell Wilson right across the stadium to the Jets for a crisp third or fourth rounder. All right, that's my pipe dream, and I hope y'all see it. I hope y'all see my pipe dream.
We see the
What are you
vision,
looking
bro.
at?
We see the vision. Huh?
Oh, I thought you were gonna pull something up. I thought you were looking at something. That's on me.
Oh no, no, no. I'm gonna put that on Twitter, bro. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
There you go.
I didn't think about that till today, man.
Let me look at
AD Mitchell for Darius Slayton. Ooh.
let me see if anybody said anything about who they would want in the chat. Yovrod said he would give a second for Waddle easily. I'm just once again, you guys remember what
Yeah,
my
but
opening
you
statement
guys
was.
gotta think
I don't
about.
want to give up. I don't want to give up any assets. I'm definitely not giving up a second.
Guys, here's the thing you have to really consider when it comes to trades. You got to consider the contracts, guys. I know, listen, in a perfect world, forget about the contracts. I would give up a second rounder for Jalen Waddle. He's that talented. You got to consider that contract, guys. There's no, then there will be no point. Like a guy like DJ Moore, a guy like Jalen Waddle, there will be no point of having a top 5 receiver like Malik Neighbors under a rookie contract when you're just paying another receiver $30 million. There'll be no point.
I agree with that. Especially when then Neighbors' contract come up, and what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Ramos says, "Gotta believe in Jalen Hyatt. Last week was the first time he got some real targets." I disagree. In his rookie year, Jalen Hyatt was actually involved quite a bit early on his rookie year. I'm not gonna disagree with gotta believe in him. I will never tell a Giants fan not to believe in a Giants player that's wearing this blue jersey and that's playing for our team. But he was more involved this rookie year. Whether it was his fault or Brian Dable's, that fell off. J-Dub says, I like Judy or Shaheed. Right now, you guys know, for me, it's Shaheed and Myers. Those are the two
Yeah,
guys
that was a good. I saw Rashid Shaheed and it was Rashid Shaheed and Brandon Cooks were apparently on the trade block. They're apparently on the trade block right now.
Mhm.
But I didn't think about that until now. So I would definitely welcome in Rashid Shaheed onto the team, man. I really
J-Dub
would.
says Montreal, Washington? Question mark.
Oh God, I'm tired. I'm tired of the underdog guys. I'm tired of it. I don't
Is
want.
AD Mitchell not an underdog by the definition of everything you
Bro,
gave
he's a
so far?
second round pick that hasn't been
Mhm.
used yet. Like hasn't been used to his full potential. Like I really think he's a second round pick. I don't think he's an underdog guy. I think he's a guy you want to develop, sure, but we're talking about Montreal Washington. He's a veteran. Montreal Washington has been in the league for like 4 years now, bro. Like he's not. He's
Here's an
nothing, bro. He's
actual
ass.
veteran. I'm surprised that this one got tossed in. Old man Tyler Lockett? What?
You know
He's
what?
still in the
That's
league.
not a bad idea. However, Tyler Lockett is a slot dude. And how does that fit the Giants right now?
He
Wandale's our
can,
slot. We need an
yeah.
outside guy. We need an
He
outside guy.
can get deep. He's not going to be best utilized outside, but he can play deep. He's played outside before in
Yeah,
Seattle.
but the thing
But
is,
it's
he
not his
doesn't have
definitely
the
not his
speed.
best utilization.
He's smaller. He's like 5'10", and he doesn't have the speed anymore that he used to have
Yeah.
as a younger player. I like Tyler Lockett. I've always been a fan of him. I probably wouldn't do it. Troy Franklin, I don't think they would get rid of Troy Franklin. Yeah, the Denver Broncos are winning, guys. Like winning teams are not going to sell
What
their
a perfect
players.
segue. What a perfect segue.
I know, yeah.
What a perfect segue. And we're going to have to flip from offense straight to defensive side of the ball. There's a reason I have two defensive players on here, Pat Surtain and Nick Benito, because we mentioned him earlier. Let's start off with Nick Benito. That's a great question. Because we mentioned him earlier, let's start off with Nick Benito. Chat, if you're unaware, I'm sure you're not if you're watching this podcast. The Broncos, by statistics, by counting stats, they have the best edge rushing duo in the league right now with Benito and Cooper. And Nick Benito himself leads the NFL in sacks right now. I think it's 9 or 9.5 or something like that. And they've just been an unstoppable duo all year long. If you watch the last Broncos game, could not be stopped. Any Broncos game this entire season. And Broncos fans, they'll tell you this because they've been watching their team, obviously, week in, week out. But they'll tell you that this is not a surprise to them. Nick Benito was somebody that's been developing over there, and now he's finally having his breakout year. They're, of course, helped out by the fact that there's just a lot of talent on that defense. You see the guy right across from him, Pat Surtain? That's the reigning defensive player of the year. That's a corner winning defensive player of the year for the first time since old dude Stephon Gilmore. And shout out to Stephon Gilmore for his 2019 season, but this is an actual corner defensive player of the year type of season right here from Pat Surtain last year. And then the fact of the matter is that if Benito continues the way he is, he might be the defensive player of the year. You got two defensive player of the year caliber players on one defense, all being coached by one of the best defensive coaches in football. I've said the word defensive and defense so many times. If I were to take a shot for it, I'd die of alcohol poisoning. But that is the main thing to focus on here, KD.
Yeah, it is. And that's perfect that you put those two players up because those are the guys I'm worried about the most in this game is Nick Benito and Pat Surtain. Pat Surtain more so than Benito just because Benito's going to go against, our guy, Andrew Thomas.
He's going to go against protector of the year.
I'll tell you what. Even if Nick Benito gets a sack, he's not going to wreck the game. I can flat out say Benito's not going to wreck the game. Pat Surtain could wreck the game. Not only can Pat Surtain really cover, he's a good tackler as well. He's a good player in the run game. A lot of Alabama cornerbacks usually are. So he's an all-around corner. He's one of the best corners in the NFL. Former defensive player of the year last year. Reigning defensive player of the year. And I'm scared of him because the Giants don't have not one single receiver. So whoever's lined up on Pat Surtain, just don't throw him the ball. That's it. Don't even give him a chance. If Jaxson Dart lays his nuts out and targets Pat Surtain and Lil Jordan Humphrey catches the ball on him, bro, give Jaxson Dart the fucking MVP, bro.
Well, I was about to say, what agenda are you pushing? You're going too far,
bro.
You're going too far,
bro. Give him the MVP if he starts dotting on Pat Surtain with Lil Jordan Humphrey. And by the way, Lil Jordan Humphrey revenge game, baby. How about it? Come on.
Listen,
it's a revenge game for him. He didn't get his revenge game against the Broncos. Against the Saints. He'll get it against the Broncos.
Let's get back to reality for a second. I'm all for agenda pushing. But PS2?
Okay, fine. Just, Jaxson.
He's the closest thing we've had to Revis Island. He's the closest thing we've had.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I love me some PS2, bro. Yeah. You know who could be that? Yeah. If he could fucking stay healthy? Christian Gonzalez, the guy that I wanted in the 2023 draft when I told everybody we should trade up. And everybody's like, KB, why would you want to trade up for Christian Gonzalez? We could have been in such a good position right now with freaking Christian Gonzalez, bro, at cornerback.
All right, but you know what? You know why I'm not taking what you're saying? The heart any team could have traded up. It would have been different if he was there and we didn't take him.
I'm not listen. At least it would have been different. Deontay Banks is at least playable. Washington
Emmanuel Forbes was that Emmanuel Forbes,
who's playing with the Rams and is an absolute liability with the Rams right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Absolute
Listen.
liability.
PS2, I agree with KB. Whoever he's on at any given play, stay away. Jaxson
Yeah,
Dart,
just don't throw his way.
you got some guts. Don't
Who's
do
the?
it, bro.
I gotta look at their
Don't do it.
roster. Who's the corner outside? Who's the corner? The corner opposite.
While KB does that, I agree with him. And KB, oh my God, it would be our luck. Forget Giants' luck. Knock on wood, because my desk is wooden. It would be our luck if I say what I'm about to say, which is what you said, which is I'm not worried about Nick Benito because we got Andrew Thomas. It will be our luck if Andrew Thomas actually gets walloped by Nick Benito this game. I don't think it's gonna happen because he's been freaking shut down.
It's a clash of the Titans for
Andrew
sure,
Thomas,
guys.
Andrew Thomas retired Zadarius Smith.
Oh yeah, he did.
Right?
Oh my God, I forgot to bring that up in roundtable. Oh, that would have been a good freaking zinger, bro.
Zadarius Smith.
Oh God.
Zadarius got that Thomas belt and said, "I gotta go. I gotta become a family man."
Yeah, hey, he said, yo, this ain't for me no more. Bro, come on, man. But
But I agree with KB. It would be top tier irony if Thomas actually gets the belt. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna stay with him. I'm not gonna say I'm not worried about Benito, but I'm gonna say I think Andrew Thomas gets the better of him. With Cooper on the other side, and Illuminor has also been performing like one of the best tackles in the NFL. Going back to what I was saying, Joe Shane, extend the man. You got me questioning your mental capacity every day that he's not extended. I'm more worried about Pastor 10. Pastor 10 is the best core in the league, not even close. We got probably the worst wide receiver core in the league.
Yo,
also, probably
I'm not gonna lie.
Close. What the hell just happened? Guys, KB just disappeared from the stream. What? Yo, do you guys think he realizes that he disappeared from the stream? Because he hasn't popped back in yet. That's the funny part. Now he pops back in. What just happened?
I went to go click the tab for StreamYard to like see, and I accidentally hit the X button on the tab.
Go ahead.
Okay, so there is a matchup that is getting overlooked that I wish I knew about, especially like talking about this game on Roundtable and stuff like that. Guys, what are we gonna do about Evan Ingram? Bro.
What?
Bro, I don't know why you're laughing, bro. I don't know why you're laughing. We have been one of the worst teams against tight ends this season. One of the worst teams against tight ends this season. And Evan Ingram is a mismatch fucking nightmare. Oh, When Evan Ingram is running right past Darius Muasau, who can't guard my grandmother. Oh, God, man. Yo, Drew Phillips, I need you on man coverage the entire day, bro. If I see Tyler Nubin lining up at Evan Ingram, I'll have an aneurysm, bro. If I see Tyler Nubin lining up man to man on Evan Ingram, it's barbecue chicken, man. It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown.
All right. This guy is worried about. He's worried about Evan Ingram.
Oh,
all right.
God. Bro, you're about to get clipped up, bro. You're about to get clipped up, bro.
I don't give.
You're about to get clipped up, bro.
Let me give you week by week, KP. Week by week, what Evan Ingram has done so far this season. Week 1 against the Titans. No, KB, don't look it up. Don't look it up. I want you to hear it from my mouth. No. I want you to hear it from my mouth.
I don't know if you're spreading propaganda. You lie.
Answer me this question. Who on the Titans can guard Evan Ingram? Just answer me that question before I tell you what he did.
I don't even know who's on the Titans. I don't even know who's on the Titans.
Do you know what he did? He had 21 yards against the Titans.
Fine. All right. Go.
Week 2 against Indianapolis.
It's his revenge game, Kush. It's his revenge game.
You're going to let me finish.
We booed him out the fucking team.
It's my turn.
We booed.
It's my turn.
We booed him off the team, Kush.
It's my turn. You told me that it was my turn.
Yo, even the chat is agreeing with me. I just want to say that.
Who does Indianapolis have to guard Evan Ingram, KB? Who? You can't answer.
Fuck if I know. They got a good defense, though. The Colts got a good defense.
You know what he did against Indianapolis? 12 yards. Week 3, the Bengals. Oh, the vaunted Bengals defense, KB. You know what he did against the Bengals? 29 yards. Week 3 against the Jets. Actually, a good defense against the Jets, right? 33 yards. Week, I'm sorry, that was the Eagles. That was week 4 against the Eagles, 33 yards. Week 6 against the Jets, 42 yards. I'm not worried. I'm genuinely. He put up 12 yards against Indy, 29 against Cincinnati, 21 against the Titans.
That's all
I'm
great and
not
dandy.
worried.
That's all great and dandy. But do you know how many times that teams come into the games like, oh man, this guy is not having a great game, or this guy's not having a great season, and oh man, I really hope he picks it up. And then they play the Giants and they have a fucking legacy game on us. How many times does that happen, Kush?
Hey,
Like, have you not learned? Did you just become a Giants fan last year? I don't give a fuck what kind of stats happened in the past couple of games. He's playing against the Giants. He's gonna play all out.
I'm gonna ask you just what I asked you. You couldn't name me when I asked you simple questions. Who can
Bro, I can't even name fucking people. I can't even name anybody on the team.
I'll ask you one question that you can answer. What year is it?
2025.
What year is it?
2025.
When did we blow out the Philadelphia Eagles?
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Jaxson Dart become our quarterback.
You're right.
When did Shane Bowen listen to his players?
Come on. Come on.
2025. 2025.
Are you coming
Chat.
on stream? Are you on stream?
On
With
Sunday,
the,
yes, I am.
Okay.
Chat. Listen,
We're gonna be monitoring this.
You got your chance. All right. I'm talking to the chat right now. Chatters on Twitter and YouTube. Are you seriously disagreeing with me after I just told you what he did in the first 6 weeks of the season? Are you actually disagreeing with me? Y'all think I'm doing a bit. I'm not doing a bit. I'm not worried about Evan Ingram. I'm not worried about you know, KV.
Darius Moose out.
Oh, he's lucky he's facing Darius Moose. He's so lucky he's facing Darius Moose.
That's what I'm saying.
And not my goat, Swayze Bozeman. If that was Swayze Bozeman out there.
Yo, you know who you should say. You know who. Yo, hey, if Micah McFadden was on his ass, it would be wraps. Locked up. Locked up. Where's my kid? Yeah, that's Micah McFadden. Not yeah. It's Micah McFadden.
Listen, wow, chat is actually disagreeing with me. He put up.
Thank you.
He put up 12 against the Colts.
Bro, how long have you been a Giants fan? How long? Where have you? Did you just become a Giants fan this year? Do you know how many times players have bad seasons and they have a legacy game against us?
It hasn't happened in 2025. Stop living in the past. Stop living in the past. We got.
What are you talking about? Spencer Rattler just had his first NFL win against us after being 0-10. What are you talking about?
That was the Giants' fault. That was not the defense's fault. That was the offense's
Oh
fault.
my god! It doesn't matter.
That was the offense's fault. We're talking about defense. That was the offense.
Guys, can you guys speak some sense into... Listen, I hope he's right. I hope you're right, Kush. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be looking at you every time Evan Ingram catches that fucking ball.
And guess what? When Darius Mousau has an interception on him...
You're not even serious, bro. You're not even serious, bro. You're not even serious.
Darius Mousau interception, but I'm serious about Evan Ingram not going off on us. Matter of fact, I'm going to predict right now. Here's my first predictions for the Denver Broncos preview. Darius Slayton is held to 60 yards or less. Which means, yeah, it's going to be his best game of the season. That's not what this man is. I said Darius Slayton. Evan Ingram, sorry. Evan Ingram is going to be held to 60 yards or less because they're the same player. The best game of his season so far, but that's not, KB fearing this man like he's demon home or something, man. This is not no demon home. This is, so far this season, an average NFL tight end. Matter of fact, he should lose his job putting up 29 against the Cincinnati defense. What the hell was going on there?
What the hell is even that?
Come on, man. I can't believe, chat. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Highlight Yovraj comment.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves for siding with KB on this one.
Highlight Yovraj's comment. Evan Ingram game losing drop would feed families for generations. Oh my god. Bro,
I would
we're gonna
probably
have
achieve
him needing
Nirvana
another
if that
fresh
happens,
start.
bro.
We're gonna have him needing another fresh start, bro.
I'm probably gonna achieve Nirvana with that one, buddy.
Over under Ingram 50 yards. I'm gonna
Well,
say slight.
I said under 60.
I'm gonna
So I
say
don't know.
I'm gonna say man, that's a good over under J Dub, honestly. But I'm gonna say slightly on. Oh man, because if he fucking
So
breaks one
KB,
out.
so riddle me this. Riddle me this, K Diddler. If he's gonna break the game for the Giants, he's gonna have less
The
than
touch,
50 yards.
bro. I'm telling you, bro. We cannot guard tight ends in the end zone. We cannot do it. Darius Musow is a freaking liability, bro. Jake Ferguson, put him on another fucking planet on against Dallas, man. I can't. Bro, we cannot guard tight ends in the red zone or end zone. We can't do it. Evan Ingram I might put anytime touchdown Evan Ingram on Sunday, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
KB
Not
doesn't
gonna
know
lie
who
to you.
plays for the Giants, bro. KB don't know who played for the Giants, bro. He don't know, chat.
I know that Tyler Nubin and Darius
He
Musa
don't
was on my
know
on
that
defense.
Demon Carter is gonna lock that up.
Bro, he's gonna be rushing the passer. What are you talking about? Oh god.
You were the one that wanted him to play a little bit more middle linebacker a couple weeks ago. This is his chance. This is his chance.
We'll see. We'll see. I hope you're right. Listen. We talked about it earlier.
You know what?
About
You're right.
right
I said all the yardages. Let's talk about his touchdowns through the 6 weeks. See, that's actually a good point that you bring up. You know, just off. Not I won't say off the bit because I am serious in my take. But week 1, 0 touchdowns. Week 2, 0 touchdowns. Week 3, 0 touchdowns. Week 4, 1 touchdown. Week 5, 0 touchdowns. I am so terrified.
What about week 6? What about week 6? What about week 6? Did he have a touchdown?
I don't know why. I did it have a bye week or something? I'm only seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and the most recent one is the Jets.
Oh, did they have a bye week?
I'm a little confused.
No, they're 4-2.
What the hell? Why am I only seeing? I'm seeing Titans, Indy, Cincy.
Oh,
Philly.
maybe he was out for a game.
Oh, that's what it was.
Ew! Evan Ingram cut his hair. Why he doesn't even look like him?
All right, KB. Let's get to the predictions.
Look like an NBA player.
With all that being said,
Look like my player. Look like my player.
Y'all are not gonna like my prediction, but let me preface it by saying every time I pick the Giants to win, they lose. Every time I pick the Giants to lose, they win. So Broncos win 24-13.
Man, I don't want to do this all the time, man. Because then
hopes of the jinx working. I let it be known why I'm saying that. You guys know I'm very superstitious when it comes to my football team. So
Giants lose 23-10.
Oh, I like that. I like that. That's a good loss prediction. It's a good loss prediction. Mm-hmm. You guys in the chat can give the predictions we want to see, but I'm just saying, KB, it's the same thing. Me and KB, every time this season we pick them to win, they lose. Every time we pick them to lose, they won.
Mm-hmm.
We picked them to win. Yeah, guys, do the math. Guess what that means? We picked them to win 4 times this season. They lost all 4. We picked them to lose 2 times this season. They won both of those. So we're going with our superstitions. We didn't talk about the Broncos offense. You know why? Because you don't talk about the Broncos offense when you're facing this team. You talk about their defense. They do have a good offense. Shout out to Bo Nix. He's proving me wrong. I never believed in him coming out because he was a goddamn elderly citizen coming out of college. But he's proving me wrong. Sean Payton is doing good with him. Cortland Sutton is, he's always been good, but he's having another great year. But yeah, when you talk about this team and you worry about what you go up against, is their defense. For anybody that's wondering why we didn't touch on the offense at all. Yeah. Anything before we get to the last topic of the night, KB, which is as you know, we going around the NFL.
Yeah. No, I mean, I wish there was more to break down as far as the offense, but it's really a crapshoot. Like, we really got to rely on Cam Skattebo and just hope that they don't stop the run. Because remember, not only do you have to stop Cam Skattebo, the Denver defense does, they have to stop Jaxson Dart on the ground too. Because
also, that he's I'll say run. This: Tyrone Tracy's second week being back, I expect him to be involved more, which is just obviously more of a positive for our run game. I hope Tyrone Tracy is involved more because it's
I
another
hope he's.
weapon to
I
use.
hope he actually is affected because he was not
Yeah.
effective versus the Eagles. Shout out Diggy in the chat. He says, "Yeah, I'm in NYC. Sick. I missed
Shout out to
Jameis
Diggy,
on the
man.
Empire State. Oh snap! Was he out there?
Oh, I didn't realize that. Y'all
I
need
didn't
to go
know
check
that.
out Diggy if you have not. Great channel, friend of the channel for years.
Yeah,
And
when we
by
start
the way,
when we start doing guests,
uh
when we start doing a guest on
yeah,
the podcast again, we definitely got to bring Diggy on, man.
this is also Darius Slayton's burner for any of you that didn't know. Yes.
Yeah, hey Diggy, get better, man.
Shout
Feel
out to
better. We need
Bobby.
we
Hey, we
need
see
you
you,
out
man.
there.
How you doing?
What up?
Exactly. Yeah, Broncos can only beat if our defense shows up as well. Guys, it's that time of the night. It's the last topic of the night. Week 7 across the NFL. The way we started, I'm sure you guys know by now, is we go through
Let
a
me pull up my
recap of what we
phone.
did last week. So let me pull up here the schedule and the games from last week and see how we did. I know me and KB are immediately starting off 0-1 for the week because we both predicted a loss with the Giants, which was the first game of week 6. But let's see how we fare otherwise. What is our record coming into this, KB? What's our record on the season so far?
I am 50-28, and you are
Ooh.
46-32.
He got a 4-point lead on me, guys. This is not good. Not good at all.
So
whenever
where are we
you're
going
ready.
into? We're going to week. Are we going into week 7 already?
We're going
Oh
into
my
week 7.
gosh.
Yeah.
This season is going by so freaking fast.
Whenever you're ready, man, we'll start going over this week 6. So we both got the Eagles wrong.
Hold on. That was week 5. Now we're going to week 6. Okay. We both got the Eagles wrong. Yeah. Hold on.
I think we both picked the Broncos, so we're good there.
Oh wait, let me pull up my my notes.
Yes, sir, Diggy. We both got the dark jersey on. KB also has
Yes,
on
sir. Yes, sir.
I bought this like before the season too.
Shout out to Kush, bro. He surprised me with this, man. He bought me this.
That was before the season, and I texted KB when I shipped it out to him. You could pull up this while I'm talking. But I texted KB. I was like, I hope we don't have to wear it too soon. That's what I texted him.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, if we have to wear it too soon, the season's not going well.
Yep.
Shout out to them.
All right. Eagles, Broncos. Yeah, we have both have Broncos, right?
Oh, yep. I took an L. I took the Jags. Wow.
You took the Jags. I took the was it Seahawks? Yeah, I took the Seahawks.
Guys, I'm falling.
Let's go.
I took the Chargers.
I took the Chargers as well.
Wow, that's a closer score than I realized. I didn't really watch a lot of these Sunday games. I watched some of them, but not all of them. Rams, Ravens. I took the Rams.
Yeah, Rams.
Cardinals, Colts. I took the Colts.
I took the Colts.
Oh, let me scroll down here. Cowboys, Panthers. I took the Cowboys.
I did not expect that to happen. So yeah, I took the Cowboys too.
Yeah.
Patriots, Saints. I took the Patriots. That game was a lot closer than it should have been because like freaking Drake May had like 3 passing touchdowns.
That game was closer, man. The Chargers Miami game was closer. That was a 2-point difference. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Brown Steelers. I took the Steelers.
Oh wait. Did I give credit for the Patriots? No,
for the Pats.
Hold on. Got it. All right. Brown Steelers. I took the Steelers.
Yep. Titans, Raiders. I took the Titans.
I took the Titans too. That's what I get for believing in freaking the Titans, bro. That's what I get.
49ers, Buccaneers. I took the Bucks.
Yeah, I took the Bucks.
Like quick offhand comment, the Bucks look like the best overall team in the NFL right now. You know,
Yeah,
it's them and the Packers. Who's the next team on here? Those two look like the best overall teams in the NFL right now. And I think we both took the Packers.
Yep, I took the Packers. Yeah, ain't nobody taking the damn freaking Bengals right now without Joe.
Oh my God, I took the Lions. And the
Chiefs. I took the Lions. Fuck.
Yeah. Bills, Falcons. I'm sure we both took the Bills.
Ain't nobody took the Falcons.
Yeah. And Commanders, Bears. I took the Commanders.
Yep, I took the Commanders too. So
wow.
All right, so
I think I think you extended your lead one more because you took. Wow.
Yeah, I did by one.
Seahawks over Jags. I really took that chance on them, man. I'm not doing it again.
Yeah. So
never again.
I have 9. How many games were played?
I got you because there's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 14 and 115.
15 games were played.
Yeah.
So there's 2 teams on bye. All right. So then that means I was 9-6. You were 8-7. Right?
Yep.
All right. Cool. So you were 8-7. I was 9-6.
Yeah, yeah.
So that adds to our totals. I'm at 50. I'm at 59. 59 and 36. Right? Wait, plus 6. No, it's 34. My math is terrible. And then you're at 54.
54. Yeah.
Yeah, 54 and plus 7 and 39.
All right. The gap is getting wider, guys. And as the week goes on, it's going to be harder for me to close that gap because we're really going to get a feel for who's good and who's not. We're almost halfway through the season. I hate that. What the hell? We're in week 7.
There's so
This is
many
crazy.
random wins happening too. Like, who the hell thought the Falcons would beat the Bills? Like, what the hell is
Yeah.
happening right now?
The same team that lost 30-0 against.
And even
the
a little bit
Panthers.
with us too. Like, a general NFL is probably saying the same thing about us.
Yeah.
It's like, that's crazy, man. All right.
So Steelers Bengals. I'm
what
gonna
a
go Steelers.
what a ass game to watch on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Steelers here.
Rams Jaguars. Please, Rams. Please beat these Jaguars. Like, get me my revenge.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Rams here. Eagles Vikings. You know what's crazy? I took the Vikings.
You see what
Oh snap! Yeah.
Before
Yo,
you even said it, buddy. You see
great
what I wrote
minds think alike, bro. I said on roundtable, I took the Vikings, bro.
Listen.
Carson Wentz revenge game.
AB might have actual logic and reasoning behind it. My reasoning is I hate the Eagles.
Well, I personally, I
that's
just
why I
think the
picked them.
Eagles. I just think the Eagles are going downhill really fast, bro. They're just
Yeah.
like they do not know where they're at as a team right now. So yeah, I.
In the words of the wise Kayvon Thibodeau, fuck them Eagles.
Fuck the
Right?
Eagles.
Lifetime extension should have been given to him because of that. Joe Shane, I'm on your ass. Patriots Titans. Yeah, we're gonna go Patriots.
Yeah, give me the Patriots. I'm not believing in the Titans again until they actually.
Drake
win
May
another
might have
game.
a legacy game against them, bro. He might have for the ages.
Oh my God,
Panthers,
what a
Jets,
terrible
Panthers.
game.
But Panthers gotta be Panthers.
Yeah,
man.
give me the
Come on.
Panthers. They're playing a lot better football now.
Listen, no joke. Bryce Young, after his government mandated pick, is like, he's good. After his government mandated pick, he locked him, and he plays some really good football. It's actually really tough because I can't tell if he's horribly mid or if he's actually elite. But like, no joke. Go look at every game this season. He has a pick, and after that pick, he's
just
Bryce
balls
Young
out.
from the Alabama. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So
All right.
I don't think this is a truly ass game right here.
Dolphins, Browns. We got Tua versus Little Tua. I'm taking the Browns. I'm taking the Browns.
Yeah, I'm taking the Browns too. Yeah, the Browns. I mean, at least they got one thing going for them.
Really
It's their
good defense. Yeah.
Yeah, the Dolphins don't
And
have a single
Dylan
thing going for
Gabriel
them.
does enough, and maybe they pull Dylan Gabriel at some point and start playing Shador. But so we got Saints and Bears next.
I'm gonna ride with the momentum of the Bears coming off.
Yeah,
of this.
yeah.
Go with them.
You know what's crazy? I mark my words. I would not be surprised if the Saints win this game. They are close in every single game they're in. I would not be surprised if they find a way to win.
Yeah.
But it's at home for the Bears, and the Bears are riding high after a good win versus the Commanders. So yeah.
Raiders, Chiefs. All right, Chiefs Kingdom. I guess you guys are back or whatever.
Yeah,
Sure.
Chiefs are bad.
Go
Chiefs
down.
ain't if the Chiefs lose to the Raiders, it's wraps.
Yeah. Colts, Chargers. What you got here, KB?
Oh damn.
Do the Chargers
Herbert
have
versus the Colts.
a bounce back game against what is currently one of the best teams in the NFL? Or do they continue to slide? They've been sliding. They've been sliding ever since us, honestly.
Let's see. And the Chargers won last week, right? Against the Dolphins?
Yeah, but
They won.
they barely won.
Yeah,
like
it was
2
close.
points.
It was close. And it's the Colts, man. I might have to say the Colts. Even though I really believe in Justin Herbert this year. I might have to say the Colts. The Colts are just finding ways to win and doing it and looking good while doing it too. Give me the Colts.
I'm also saying the Colts, but also mostly because I don't know how if healthy the Chargers O line is still, if they're still facing all those O line injuries or not. That's what I'm not
Yeah.
sure about. Um, Giants Broncos. Giants Broncos.
What do we
I'm
do
going.
here?
I'm going the Giants.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm
Giants.
going the Giants. I'm going the Broncos. I'm going the Broncos.
Broncos
Bronx
23
Giants.
10.
Yeah, yeah,
23-10.
yeah.
You hear that
24.
football gods?
What
You
I
hear that
say?
football gods? I'm picking the Broncos to win 23-10,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. I think I said 24-13. Yeah. All right. Packers Cardinals. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna back the pack here. I think that's the saying.
Yeah, give me the pack. The Cardinals got a brutal schedule, and yeah, my goodness, man. They're back to back. I mean, they're getting. Not only do you freaking lose to the Titans, but you were getting smacked around by every team that you come across. So, oh, this is game of the week right now, man. This is game of the week right now. Washington, Cowboy. Oh, but I don't even know. You said you're taking the Packers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Washington, Dallas. This is gonna be
Tie.
I hope it's
Tie.
cinema. I hope it's cinema because two terrible defenses versus two really good offenses. I would love to see this.
Hey, week two, Giants versus Cowboys. It was
Hey,
cinema.
hey, I was saying on Roundtable. I said right now the Cowboys record looking like a freaking countdown right now. But hopefully we can see a tie. 2, 3, and 2 would be nuts. 2, 3, and 2 would be
awesome.
nuts. Give it to me. Give it to me, please.
I would love it. But I'm going to Cowboys here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Cowboys here. Their offense is just way more action packed than the Commanders' offense. The Commanders could play on offense. They definitely could. But
And the Commanders, they have a better defense than the Cowboys. Like they both have bad defense. The Commanders are better defense than the Cowboys. But that Cowboys offense is like historic.
Is nuts. And and Dak Prescott is on an MVP
Rico
run right now.
Dowdle out here.
Yeah.
Freaking. No, not Rico.
Not Rico. Oh, you're talking about Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams.
Yeah,
you got Javonte
But Rico Dowdle put a
also,
number on the freaking.
Exactly. He put a number on them. That's what I was thinking of.
But Dak has already shown that he could win the game despite their defense. I don't think Jaden Daniels has done that yet this season. So
I think that Dak is. We said it last week. I'm going to continue to say he's playing at a genuinely an MVP level. I'm not saying he's going to win the MVP because you're probably not going to win MVP if you got a losing record or like a 500 record, but he's playing at an MVP level. And he is doing things with his receiving core without CeeDee Lamb. That's amazing. And that offense is chugging. It's so funny. We say it as a joke, but genuinely, they could really use a Micah Parsons right now, and who knows what their record would be. Like,
Diggy brings up a really good point. If Russ,
he's right. He saw that.
If Russ had won the game against Dallas, he would have been in the game and lost to the Chargers. It would have delayed Jaxson. You're absolutely right.
He's 100% right.
And listen, we said this when Jaxson Dart started against the Chargers. I said I wanted him to start against the Chargers versus the Saints because look what happened. He looked bad versus the Saints. He didn't look as good versus the Saints. And imagine that was his first game. Everybody would be calling him a freaking bust already, and maybe he wouldn't have won that game against the Eagles either. So
Yo, if you get that reference, that's hilarious. He said Dak Prescott is throwing for yards that have never been thrown before. I'm going to steal that joke. Do you know what that's a reference to?
No.
Back in when some celebrity died, I think it was like Liam's or something from One Direction. Some dude texted his sister. He's like, yo, stay inside for real. There's people dying that's never died before. I'm like, bro. Like, yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works.
That's good for yards that have never been thrown before.
Oh my god, man. Yo, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so
I am gonna go with the Cowboys because he's indeed doing that. He's doing that for real.
Yeah. And shout out to my boy Jay Tuck from Roundtable. He was saying we clowned his ass, bro, saying because he said that Dak Prescott was the number 1 quarterback in the NFC East in our preseason rankings.
Yeah,
and we all clowned him for it. And I had to give him his flowers, bro, because he was right, bro. He was right. He even said Dak Prescott needs to play at an MVP type level because he knows that the defense is bad, and he is. He is.
Falcons 49ers, interesting because the 49ers did not have a good game last week, and
Give me
the
the
Falcons had
Falcons.
an amazing game.
I'm taking the Falcons here. I think the 49ers are frauds, big frauds. And not only they deal with a lot of injuries. They have a lot of injuries. Don't get me wrong. Like I think if they're
Yeah.
100% healthy, they would I think dog walk the Falcons, but I'm going to take the Falcons here.
I'm gonna disagree and hope that I'm right because I need to do something to get back ahead of you. I'm gonna go with the 49ers, and I'm hoping to God that they have a bounce back game. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping just CMC goes off. That's what I'm hoping for.
Mm.
All right. I will say the Bills, they didn't have. Did they have James Cook? Did they have James Cook last night?
Yeah, I don't think he's hurt. I don't think he's hurt.
Okay. No, I'm still going 49ers, guys. I'm not going to hold
All
you.
right, going Niners.
Now, this is a game that should be good because the Lions disappointed last week. They disappointed last week. I thought they were going to come out much better because
this game should be cinema, bro.
yeah,
I think they
it
faced
should
off
be.
last
But if the
year,
Lions
too.
showed up like if they showed up like they did last week, then it's not going to be cinema. It might be a blowout.
I'm taking the Bucks. I'm low key
Yeah,
a
we're
Bucks
going
fan,
Bucks.
bro. So I'm
I'm
Bucks.
going Bucks all the way. I didn't say that they look like one of the best all around teams in the NFL for no reason, but this should be a game where I should be comfortable taking the Lions. And after you put up 19 points last week, when you should have put up more, yeah, I don't know, man. We're gonna go Bucks here. Lions, though, Lions. Kind of like how I said for the 49ers, this could be a bounce back game for you. And if you get a win against the Bucks, that's solidifying you for the season, bro. That's making you certified for the season, even if it's still early.
Yeah, bro, says kid Red. I said I'm low key a Bucks fan. Guys, I'm in the area. I got Bucks content everywhere. Yeah, I'm right smack dab in the middle of Central Florida, so I get Bucks content all the time. So I naturally follow them and what they're up to. So, and then this last game here.
We're going Seahawks,
bro. Why are the Texans constantly getting primetime games for what? Give me the Seahawks here, man.
Because the schedule makers didn't realize that they destroyed their O-line. They didn't realize that they destroyed what little offensive line they had, and so they thought CJ Stroud would have protection. But I mean, there's nothing much to say here except for the fact that Sam Darnold is a better quarterback than CJ Stroud. Like that's all there is to say right now.
In the big 2025, if you would have said that, oh my god, if you would have said that to me,
2 years ago,
yeah, I would have been like, what? But here we are, man.
If you said that last year, even when Sam was having his bounce back year with the Vikings, we'd been like, no, that's Kevin O'Connell, bro.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. And with the CJ Stroud having, great year. This is his third year, right? But his second year wasn't that fantastic, but still.
Oh, that's a good point, Nova. They're missing both Bucky Irving and Emeka Ibuka. I might change my pick to the Lions, even if it's just once again to get something against you.
Are they missing? Are they gonna be missing Bucky? I know they're gonna be missing Emeka Ibuka. Are they gonna be missing Bucky?
Bucky's out for 2 to 3 weeks, I think.
Oh, I don't know. They still got.
So I'm gonna change my pick to the Lions.
All right, hey.
It could be wrong, but I gotta do something, guys. I'm behind by 5 picks. You know what I'm saying? I'm behind by 5 picks, and y'all know KB's not brave. He's not gonna be the one to change the picks, so
they'll make me do it, and then if the Lions win, you're fucked.
It's gotta be me.
They'll make me. I'll do it out of spite. Bitch, I
don't care. Look at him. Look at him. All hard for the camera.
I have no risk if I take the Lions. I have no risk because even if I lose, I'm still ahead of you. So. I'm in fact I have more balls staying with the Bucks and not pussying out. So if the Lions win, boom, you get one on me. The NFL is fixed. There's no reason they should have sent Tunsil to Washington.
Bro, yo, trades like that make me genuinely say I could be a better GM sitting on the couch on my ass, bro. Like,
yeah, let me just learn the numbers, bro. Let me just learn. But yo, if I ever been a GM of a team, good luck to the team because I'm gonna get that. I suck at math, so man. If I was ever a GM of a team, I would mess that franchise up.
That's why you got your accountants and everything, man. You don't got to worry about it, man.
Sheesh. They would have been like, you owe me $50 million in guaranteed money. I owe you what? I thought I put 5 in here.
I don't owe you. The organization owes you. Go talk to the owner.
Yeah, I quit. Goodbye.
All right. I don't owe you, Jack. But guys, this was an awesome episode. Of course, driven by the fact that the Giants just had one of their best wins in the past 10 to 15 years. Driven by the fact that we had our first win on Thursday Night Football in 10 years. By the fact that we owned the Eagles for the first time in a long time. For the fact that we have life. And then as crazy as it sounds, we're not completely out of the NFC East yet. Thank you guys so much for tuning in throughout the stream on Twitter and YouTube. You've been showing great support. I love it when the chat is active. I love it when you guys are putting your thoughts in there. Even if we don't read all of them out loud, I do read all of the chats.
We're looking at it actively all the time, guys.
It's literally pulled up right next to our cameras. Like, we are looking at it. Thank you guys so much. I want to thank y'all. It was a great turnout tonight. KB, any last words before we go out, man?
Listen, man, it's I think the future is bright here in New York, man. I really do. And no matter if we win or not versus the Broncos, one thing is for sure, I know we're gonna keep it competitive. I think with Jaxson Dart, we always have a chance to win a game, and he's gonna go out there and leave it all on the field. Listen, he's not part of this losing culture that we have. He's part of this new era. He's a college kid.
We forgot to bring that up. Both him and Cam said that, right?
Yeah,
interviews.
They're not from this losing era, man. They're here to bring a new era here, and that is with W's. So. Yo, Diggy,
y'all are not
chill.
Yo,
Diggy, chill, bro.
Y'all are not punks, bro.
The Young Unks podcast.
I'm not changing the name of the podcast, no matter what. It's never changing.
Never changing. We're gonna be 60 years old. Young Guns podcast.
Gonna still be the Young Guns podcast. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull out the Glock.
Even though I raised some of you, I think I raised you, Steve. Yvette's. I think I raised you.
Yvette's. Where's Wolves at? That's my child.
Yeah, Wolves. Yeah.
Shout out to my guy Jaden too. He's no longer on YouTube. I raised that man. Let me stop. But guys, thank you so much once again. Tune in next week. As a matter of fact, forget tuning in next week. Tune in this Sunday if you want to see just two guys goofing around while the Giants are playing. All right. That's all for now. Peace. And of course,